Welcome to our Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers Hyperborea campaign. This is session 45, but the first live stream on the new Banditscape actual play channel. So welcome. We tried to stream on Thursday, but I didn't press the right button. So I think we're streaming now. Yeah, we are. Okay. So if people are actually watching this, let me know if it's working. If not, I'm recording it at least so I can upload it. But where we left our heroes last was in the strange structure. They had chased down some beastmen who had raided the town of or village of Dunwich and run off with you know some gemstones, some weapons, and some people. The warriors of Dunwich went to follow and never came back. So the group has been sent to recover them. They've encountered several strange um, creatures here, one of which seemed to have something to do with the missing people, as the beastmen had upon their brows circlets with flashing lights, and there seemed to be some kind of strange machine that was generating those, and a creature with two claw-like nippers and a trumpet extension and tentacle head was operating this machine. Well, it was trying to operate the machine until the party decimated it. So, with a giant hammer and a laser crossbow. But having not recovered or found the lost people yet, they've continued to explore the place. It's quite dark in here now. Previously, it had been lit by some strange magical light, much like, as Mood had pointed out, the strange Snake Man temple that they had explored in the Lemurian Remnant. Uh, but making way using a lantern and some magical spells, they made it through kind of a storage room and then found this kind of strange room that had it looks like a camp that had been set up with some wood and a stove. And they've been traveling quite a bit, so I think you guys decided to rest here, right? That's what we're doing. I could be wrong about that, but either way, you can tell me in your intros. So we'll go through the group. You got to intro your characters, and we will go from there. And I will start up in the corner here with Crystal. Tell us about your character.
I am playing Callista Kixlios. She comes from a wealthy merchant family. She's the magician of the group. Um Feeling pretty hurt right now, pretty banged up, but she's ready to go on. But during this break, she has got to thinking about her servants and all of the people outside, and she reaches into her backpack and pulls a crystal ball from it. And she would like to use that whenever we start the game to see her one of her servants. I'm going to say her link girl, and she'll be able to see in 120-foot diameter around the subject as well.
Okay, cool, nice. Nikki, tell us about your character.
I play Panesta. She is a bard. She is happy that they were able to defeat the creature before everybody in the party was paralyzed. So she's pretty happy about that. She's fascinated by all the strange symbols and intagliations on the tablets and things. As she's a bard, she's gaining more folklore, even if she doesn't quite understand it. And she's just hoping we can find these men that were taken now that we've hopefully stopped the creature from controlling the beastmen anymore. And that is Podesta.
Right, it was interesting that the intagulation was of creatures that appeared to be like the one you had slain. Uh, Jan, tell us about your character.
So I play Basil Dracos. He's a cataphract. Basil is a seasoned cavalier from Khromarium City Guard. He's an adept swordsman and an archer who specializes in mounted archery. He is often heavily armored in plate mail. And Basil is a Amazon male with black hair and blue eyes. He is deferential towards women. And in this, currently after defeating that creature, he's feeling very relieved, and he's happy that they destroyed the machine that is responsible for enslaving, these beast men and other creatures.
Excellent. Mike, tell us about your character.
I'm playing Muda Adi. Muda is a petite Lemurian male who finds himself very much at odds with where he is at right now. This cold is getting to him. There have been times where he has been reminded of the jungles of home. He has not wanted to be reminded of the jungles of home, but he's a little frustrated because being a purloiner, he has been interested in wanting to find some more religious artifacts and that, and instead he keeps finding things of weird races and beasts. So although this is unusual, he was hoping for something more traditional. And that's Muda.
Yes, this is far from traditional, that's for sure. Rush, tell us about your character.
So I am playing Bale, the Khromarium Celt, former mercenary who's given up the mercenary life, looking for high adventure with a group of travelers, having heard that it's easier to become rich as an adventurer or treasure hunter. I shouldn't say adventurer, but as a treasure hunter than it is to as a man at arms. So he, although considerably more dangerous, something that he's already seen firsthand. So he and his hammer, Tyrannus, which everybody seems to mistake as being Tyrannus as in tyrannical, but that's not the way it is. He and his hammer have pledged to this group of this intrepid group of folks, and he is going along to see how he can be of help, and has already earned himself or been gifted from the group a magical item. So he seems quite content at the moment, and that is Bale. With no last name.
No last. You have to earn that later, I guess.
That's
so
right.
It is actually the
get that at 8th level.
At 8th level, you get the name. It's the fourth. It is now currently the 4th day of the 13th month of the 10th year in the Hyperborean cycle. It is quite cold, as we had pointed out. The average temperature outside is somewhere in the negative 20 degrees mark. Covered furs. Luckily, you're not in the wind, like many of your henchmen who stayed outside to guard the bands that you had stripped from the original beastmen, the Hermes that you had encountered when you first entered. Upon looking through your crystal ball, Calesta, sorry, I had a blank for a second. You see that they have, looks like they've built up some kind of, at first you think there's some kind of maybe like an igloo kind of thing set up. But what you see instead is that actually they put a couple of tents together and everyone is crowded inside. And there's been somewhere in the vicinity of 4 foot of snow that's fallen. So you can basically see just this, the group of mercenaries, that, and pack handlers and the young boy that you had picked up are all kind of huddled in this tent with they've created a bit of a space. There's basically 2 tents pushed together, and they've created a small space in the middle where they've got the smoke from their fire is able to rise out without choking them out. But essentially, it's they're covered, currently completely buried in snow, but they seem to be healthy and unharmed at this moment.
Okay, I have a quick question about the crystal ball.
Mhm.
Can other people see what I see? Or
I'm
am
gonna
I
say
the only
no.
one that can see it? Because it
Uh,
says, yeah. I mean, well, the way it reads, I think only magicians can see it.
utilize to view a familiar person or thing or nearby place, unfamiliar object, blah blah. Uh,
Says it can be used by magicians and their subclasses, but it
yeah,
doesn't
I would
say.
say no. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that anybody else looking in could probably see. They probably notice that you're activating the ball. It probably like glows or something, but they can't really make out what's through it unless they are a magician or a magician subclass. I'll say then they'd be able to.
Okay.
So no,
All right.
that seems
So yeah, she's looking at her ball, which to her is like it's totally clear for seeing outside right now. But for everyone else, there's like a gray cloud that sits inside and just doesn't do anything. And after a moment of gazing and seeing all around, she places the crystal ball back in her bag, and she'll say to the group, "Our henchmen are outside. It's snowing hard. 4 feet must have fallen in the time that we've been in here."
Well, then we should find these missing men and get out of here as fast as we can.
so. I did have a question because we started saying this before we started, but then I didn't remember. Did you guys did you want to camp in this room? I think you had talked about that, but I don't know if you did or not. So um, it actually snowed. The snow thing would not change because it actually snowed when you first got in. It snowed like started snowing right after you first went in there. So, um,
Okay.
did you want to stay in this room and camp? The benefit of that would be that obviously you would be healed a bit, people that are injured, but of course that's more time that will have passed, both for the people outside and also for the chance of anything coming upon you.
Well, Panesta, I'd like to propose that we go back and tell our friends to come in a little further so that the cold wouldn't affect them so much.
Oh, but they'd have to climb. They're at the bottom of the cliff. I don't.
Uh, I see. Would the flying carpet allow them to move up without too much difficulty?
Yes, but it would take I would take quite a bit of time to move everybody.
Yeah, remember you have like a lot of people down there. Crystal has multiple henchmen. You have multiple henchmen, and there's also the boy. I mean, you certainly could do that.
I
But
would
that's up
like
to
to
you.
rest if we're gonna vote on that.
We might have to just let them take their chances, Basil. I'm sorry.
I see. They're seasoned adventurers. Well, not as seasoned as we are. I trust the boy as well. So yeah, I think it's reasonable.
Okay. So we
Okay,
want to
so
camp here then? You probably need to, right,
Yeah,
Callista?
yeah. She's feeling pretty bad right now.
I think Muda's hurt too, aren't you, Muda? And Bale?
Yeah, I could stand with the rest, but I don't know. I feel like the quicker we get out of here, the better.
I've been knocked around a bit, but I still feel I still feel capable, but it's nothing too bad.
I feel the same way. If we want to push forward, I think I could endure it a little longer.
But I do worry about the others.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not always about me.
So
Well,
let's say
If you guys are all choose to move on, it's fine. Well,
no,
I'll
we
get
can rest.
rest
I
later.
think you were really hurt. So
Yeah. Why don't you rest a bit, and those of us who are a little better off will stand guard. It only makes
Leska
sense.
would not mind doing that.
yeah, we'll take turns. Myself and Bale.
Okay, fair enough. And you're inside, but so your bodies kind of know when it's evening, and it is. You probably didn't lug all your food and stuff up here, but I'm sure you took some water and a little bit of food so you can eat. Or you have those krill bars.
Yes,
yes, we
very
do.
good.
Size
A little
72.
salty, but
Cool.
We just get rid of all his pockets.
There's no candy bar like a shrimp flavored candy bar.
It's delicious.
I mean,
Old shells
okay.
and no meat.
Yeah.
What's this?
Mhm.
If you slathered it in curry butter, it'd be good.
Oh my god. All right. All right, so you guys are able to rest. Yeah, I mean, okay, so a couple things, just a reminder, so I forgot to do this. So for the most part, unless I say otherwise, the rooms in this place they're covered, they're sheathed basically in a strange metal, kind of a dull gray metal. In many places that you've seen, it's been torn or collapsed or burnt. But for the most part, that's how the rooms are. The chutes that travel between the rooms don't have stairs or anything. They're just they're chutes that maybe a giant creature that doesn't have any legs might be able to travel down. And they're quite steep. We're not requiring any rolls because that's just rolling for nothing. But unless you want to move quickly up and down them, but essentially there's these giant 15-foot square doors that open automatically when you approach them, generally. And you've been able to go from room to room like that. The room that you're in, okay, I'll just read the description again. Smell of recently burned spruce and pine is redolent here. 60-foot round chamber, domed 40-foot high ceiling. It's heavily damaged, the ceiling is. The walls are scarred with ages-old blast marks and rents. They expose granite behind. There is a crescent-shaped table with that's 5 foot high, 20 foot long. It's toppled over. Set beside the table are four concave pedestals of soapstone, each 6 inches tall and 10 feet wide. Let's see. Okay, so at the south side of the at the south side of the chamber stands a stove carved of black stone, with metal ductwork that penetrates the wall and ceiling. There's a fresh pile of wood, so that's going to help you out. There's also a pile of bones and skulls, which you guys investigated last time. They seem to be from animals, deer, and the like. And amongst the refuse, you found a 1 foot by 4 foot soapstone plaque, intabulated with strange cone-shaped beings. So those are similar to the creatures that you fought with the magic wand, with the two claw-like nippers and the trumpet extensions. Beyond that, the door that you came in, besides the door that you entered this room from, which was, let's see, three. Okay, that you descended into this room. There are two more routes. Both of them descending. One heads off. It's on the east wall, and heads to the east. The other one is on the west wall, which is where you came in. So there's two doors on that one wall. It seems to go down, and then it kind of turns. When you look down there. Well, I guess you look because you have that magic light as well, so you can kind of shoot it down there. So essentially, when you get up, by the way, you each remember you heal 1 hit dice equal to half your level. So if you're, for instance, 6th level, you would do 3 of your hit dice for sleeping or resting. So everybody would get that.
Except for the ones who.
No, even if you took shifts, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, because you still slept some.
All right. So let's see. You said half
Uh,
armor. So 3 hit dice back.
If you got 6 levels, 3 hit dice, yeah. Plus your con
Yeah.
bonus on each one.
My hit dice is D10.
this may be a silly question. Do I get spells back?
Yep. Yeah, you get spells back.
Oh, yay. Okay.
Yeah, you're able to do a full rest. It's not I mean, you rested for a night, basically a night, 8 hours or whatever. As the wood is finishing burning down in this fire, you're kind of getting your, I guess, pull your book out and study or whatever. Yeah, you can do it.
Nice.
Assuming you're carrying your spellbook with you. You have
Of course,
that
yeah.
girl with you.
Oh, no, she stayed outside.
She did? Okay.
I think we discussed that.
Well, I said before I thought she was outside because you suddenly had her pop up at one point.
Yeah, and then
Did you like? No, she's with me.
Yeah, and then I remembered that we had to climb the thing to get up here, and it didn't make any
Okay.
sense.
Okay, that's fine. So yes, if you have your books with you, then you can restudy your spells. Yeah. So essentially, explored would be to go to ascend back where you came from. I will say that in that room that you came from before this one, which was that supply room where you found the krill packets and the electric torch, there was another ascending passageway that you didn't explore as well. So you've got a couple of different ways you can go. 2 descending passages from this room, or going back the way you came and then go to a different ascending passage from before. So, up, east, or west?
Maybe since we're in this room, we should go east or west.
I think
Uh,
so.
Before we set off, Callista's gonna take some fur and rub it on Bell's hammerhead again and cast light upon it.
Okay.
All you hear is, ha ha!
Once again. Okay.
And you have the torch too, right, Callista? And the dagger of light now. You're just a light generator.
She has a lantern. Do you
Call
want to
me
use
the
lantern,
battery.
Oh, that thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, that has...
Oh yeah, and I
on
have that
screen.
electric torch. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I have it written down.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you wouldn't know this, but I don't want to track it, so... Actually, I will track it. Oh, okay. So the 2-pound device, 20-foot diameter. Oh yeah, no, it has a really long life. I'm not gonna. You won't be in here longer than that torch takes a charge. If it becomes an issue, then I'll. All right, yeah. So if you want to use that, then you don't. You shouldn't use a lantern or whatever.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, that's more of like a beam of light, of course, instead of lighting up the whole area. But
I mean, and I'm guessing it's off until I just click a button or something, right?
Yeah, it's like one of those big old police mag lights. It's like long with the fat handle that you put a bunch of D batteries in.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna leave it off since we have the hammer leading the way, but if we need it, I'll turn it on.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, let's see. East or west?
West. We have to find these guys.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you descend west. Oh, okay. Nice. All right, yeah, so you descend west. What distance is here? It goes down about 60 or so feet, and then cuts to the east, so it kind of zigzags, non-Euclidean, and then zigzags back again. So essentially, you're traveling. It takes you about a couple turns, about 20 minutes or so to traverse this kind of zigzaggy pattern, and you see in front of you a door, which of course is not opening up now because there's no power here. But you do realize that it's not as hard to open them now that there's no power. You just need to make a test of strength. That's what I decided.
Okay.
Dale, I think you're the strongest of us.
Am I up?
It's your
You
turn,
adjust
Dale.
Success. Yeah,
I struggle, but I make it.
that's the morning still, so you know you slept an hour stone.
Yeah,
or
I was
metal.
like, I have to excuse me. I haven't had my coffee this morning.
Cool. Yeah, so you pick your
That's
hair
the
back
thing.
up and you kind of step in or look in the room. You see there's another door leading out of this directly right next to you. So it's another one of those rooms where it's kind of like there's a door on both sides. You can't see the whole room, of course, because the light spell doesn't only sheds 30 feet. But you can see that it's a very large round room. It's rounded because the way the walls are right around you. There are what appear to be shelves and tables that have been tossed and thrown about. So you see them scattered around the ground. You see a lot of broken glass. And you can see too there's some small cages that look like they're like rusted and broken on the ground, and you see like bones of small animals that probably were in the cages at one point, but have since.
Do we hear anything?
That's a good question. No.
Yeah, Basil will ready shoot her anyway.
So yeah, you know the room's quite large, but you can't see the whole thing with the guy with the your hammer. You'd have to either walk around or
Yeah, I'll make my way, and I'll just kind of hold the hammer out in front of me to try and cast some light. And
do you want to walk towards what you would imagine would be the center of the room, or do you want to follow one of the walls? And if so, clockwise or counterclockwise?
oof. Do I get the feeling this room really is like so big? Like, is it like really that huge that well, I mean, I can't see the far wall, so that's pretty big.
Yeah.
Okay.
You get the feeling by the way that the wall curves that it's pretty big, because you've been in round room before. It's not like a tight curve. You can just feel yeah.
So I'm gonna look back at everybody else, and I'm just be like, I'm gonna try to get a feel for the room here. I'm gonna work my way around this wall, and I'll start going clockwise.
Okay. Yeah, so you start moving around the space clockwise. Is everybody else staying kind of in that hallway, all bunched together? Are you guys going to follow?
Basil's gonna go into the room and he's gonna cover. Says, "Bell, I'll cover you."
We're just going to walk towards the center.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Callista's gonna stay like back at the door, kind of, but she's gonna take her electric torch and she's gonna start shining it the opposite way that Belle is walking.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, so you basically see a repeat of what I said. There's some tables and stuff that seem to be knocked over. You see some cages on the ground and lots of glass. Muda's walking, you hear crunch as he's walking across the glass. There's some what appear to be like boxes and stuff on the ground. So Muda, you're probably occasionally bumping your toe on something and kind of kicking it out of the way. The searchlight is kind of covering the wall in one direction and Belle kind of going in the other direction. You get about would you see it? You get like maybe like 30-ish feet in, Belle, and at the edge of your light, you see what is two kind of like red-ish reflections. I mean, you're a 6th level adventurer. You clearly reflections of eyes. Something's looking at you.
So as soon as I
It's
As soon
towards
as I-
what would you imagine would be the center of the room.
they're looking toward the center.
Yeah, it looks like it's pretty much in the center of the room ish, like that direction. Yeah.
Oh, that's where the reflection is. It's in the
Yeah,
center.
so you went like this, and you're walking along the wall looking, and then you kind of look off to the side, and you see like out off would be to your right. Yeah.
Could I see them walking into the center of the room from? Did they have a
Muda,
light
you cannot
source?
see Muda where you are now, and you see Callista shining the light on the other side of the room. Yeah, this thing, Muda's definitely walking towards it, and you can hear him because he's trying to move silently. He's walking on, but you can't see him.
And do they appear to be looking at me, correct?
Right.
So I stopped moving and I kind of grabbed the hammer with both hands and I look toward the center of the room and back toward the doorway and I just kind of give like a little, like a like that type whistle.
Okay.
And then I just stare right back at them and see if they move.
Okay.
You hear
definitely
back from
see-
Basil.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you hear back from Basil. What does that mean?
We didn't work this part out first. It was more of
Yeah.
an attention
And
getter.
Muda's like, what?
Yeah, when Muda says what, like you see the eyes move. They move towards the where Muda called, and then they look back at you again. So you can see they're now scanning around.
I look at Callista since I think I'm standing near her in the doorway.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Anything different? Cluster, you're shining the light on the other side of the room.
I mean, what I like. I mean, he just randomly whistled. I think Callista would look at him, but like I don't think she would like shine her light over there now, because she has no idea what that means, and she also doesn't want to blind him. So
Right,
if
but you're not going to douse the light or anything. You're just going to keep looking where you're looking.
if I have the ability
Yeah.
to respond after he goes, what?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, there are eyes in the dark near the center of the room.
now Callista's gonna shine her light in the middle of the room.
Okay. Yeah, so you turn your light towards the center of the room, and you see in the center of the room a very large table.
Not where I thought that was going.
There's a metal table, stands 5 feet from the floor, so it's tall, like most of the tables you saw around here, upon which lies an enormous white furred ape with 4 arms. Heavy bands of steel confine the beast to the table, and a thick strap of hide, looks like, is gagging it. It of course closes its eyes when a flashlight shines on its face, and it kind of turns away from the side. You do see that on its head is a circlet, like you had seen on the Beastmen, but of course it is not lit up.
So I'm gonna start approaching him, but instead of holding my hammer in like a threatening manner, I'm just gonna kind of hold it out to the side and stick one hand up like this as I walk toward him. And if this is being a traveled mercenary man, if this is what I think it is, then it should be smart enough. Bale is hoping to understand that I'm trying to mean it no harm.
Okay. Yeah. It basically just kind of squints at you as you approach it, but it doesn't seem to move really. It just kind of, you can see that it can move its head around, but it doesn't really move. It's just kind of looking at you.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard to read the expression of an ape that's strapped to a table, but it doesn't
Indeed.
seem to.
As
Go ahead.
as Belle gets closer to it, Callista will turn her lamp off.
Okay.
Her torch.
So when I get up there, I want to see if I can get almost in range to be able to touch him, but not quite.
Mhm.
And while I look at him, I'm gonna point to my head like this, around my head, and I'm gonna point to him, and then I'm gonna make the motion of taking it off.
Okay, yeah. He kind of like, he's looking at you like this. He's gonna say something. And he kind of like moves his forehead towards you.
Okay. So I'm gonna gently like reach forward, and if he's got his head down, I'm gonna reach kind of over the top so that I can grab the thing by the back, and I'm just gonna just pull it off.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's not powered anymore, so actually you can pull it off without any kind of it doesn't. It's not like being magically held to his head.
Yeah,
you can
I'm
pull
more
it right off. It
concerned
doesn't-
about I'm more concerned about him remaining calm when
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it doesn't like rip out of his head. Like it just kind of comes off. In the past, when you've torn them off, like it ripped out of their head like violently. This just comes off.
Okay.
So yeah, he then kind of turns head and just kind of looks at you with big
Basil,
open eyes.
Basil, looking at that interaction, lowers his bow and starts approaching Bale, and takes one of those krill bars. And he starts peeling it, and if he is able to approach it close enough, he's going to hold it out and offer it to the ape.
I think he's gagged with the leather
Yeah, he's
strap,
gagged.
right?
Okay.
Yeah, and also his hands are tied down. You'd have to.
That's okay
undo his gag.
because that's next. So I'm gonna put the thing on the table in front of him, and I point to it, and I'm gonna just make this horrible face, and I'm gonna just be like that, and then I'm gonna point across my mouth, and then point at him, and I'm gonna say, point at myself, and then I say like that, like I'm gonna pull it off of him.
Okay. Yeah, he kind of looks and he like opens his mouth as wide as he possibly can. He's gagged, so like he's in order, kind of he's like.
Can I tell if it's a buckle or is it something I'm gonna have to cut?
It's actually like a strap across the bed. So he's like,
Okay, so I can just undo it from the
cut
side.
it or undo it from the side.
All right. Well, I don't
It's like a
want to
ratchet
put any
strap.
blades near his head if I can help it. So I'm gonna
Yeah, you can
undo
undo
it,
from the side.
pull the strap off, and then I motion to Bale to offer him the krill bar.
Basil. Yep.
Basil, I'm sorry.
He motions to
Called you
himself.
my own. Yeah.
Are his hands also strapped right now?
Yes.
Yeah, all four of them
Okay.
were, and his feet.
Yeah, Basil holds it up and points at the little krill bar and points at him, and he offers it to him. He does not say "Bawit Grana Wit Minibad."
Universal greeting.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no, he right. So you remove the thing, and the creature, you kind of like, and then of course he sees the krill bard, and you see him. He says, "Water,
Oh.
water, please."
So I go, he speaks our language. So I give him water.
Okay.
And I say, as I tip the water up for him to drink it, I'm gonna say, no creature, no being deserves to be held captive in such a place. And I look at him and I say, I give you water, I give you food, and I say, this thing they use to control your mind. I said, if I release you, will you stay your hand against us?
So you can see he's kind of squinting. Like he definitely speaks the common tongue, like on some level, but not very well, right? So you can see he's kind of like he's taking a second to kind of comprehend, and he says, "I want to go to my family."
Okay. So I try to dumb it down and I say, if me let you go, you no fight.
No fight.
So at that point, I look at the others, Pinesta and Muda and Callista and I say,
I'll
maybe
nod.
Yeah, you said no fight.
Callista agrees.
So, just so that I'm clear as a player, are we just trying to get out of this place, or are we looking? What are we?
We're looking for the men that the beastmen took.
Okay. So I look back at the ape man and I say, "You help." And I pat my chest and I say, "Bail." I say, "You help Bail find men. Bail, es- Bail, take you to surface to be with your own kind."
Again, you can see that he understands, but he's like, it takes him a second just to make sure he's clear. Like he's kind of like, and he says, help, Bell.
I look back at the others again. And while he can't see, I mouth the words. I go, "Four-armed monkey man."
Nesta smiles and she'll nod. Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
Yeah. All of us combined, we got more arms than the monkey man here. I'd say let's free him.
Okay, so I'll turn back and I say, and I just put my hands up like hold still, and I start undoing his shackles.
Well, yeah, they
Uh-oh.
are sealed in a way that it seems strange to you. And you do see that under the table there is a button, a red button. But you don't see any means to undo them except for this red. Like they look like they're literally part of the table, except for the button. The table looks like a plain slab. They're basically like attached to the table and just closed.
Does it look like something I can muscle open?
You could probably pull it open, although I mean this thing's pretty strong and it can't get out. But of course you're not inside the shackles, so
Yeah, no, what I mean
So-
is like, do the shackles look like I could grab them and pull them open?
yeah. But what I'm saying is, I mean, you know
Oh.
it'll be really hard because clearly this beast couldn't get out of them. I mean, even though you have
Oh.
better leverage, obviously. But,
Gotcha.
I mean, this thing's huge. It's 9 feet tall. Well, if I didn't say that, it's huge.
So
So
I look
yes,
at
you
the
think so. I mean, you're quite strong. What you think?
Yeah.
It would be an extraordinary feat of strength.
ooh, 4 times.
Here, Bale.
No, he's built.
Hold on to one of
Oh.
these potions, would you? Just in case we need them. If we need to fight a giant, we may need you to grow big too. And then Basil takes out that extraordinary, the potion of extraordinary growth and hands it to Bale. And
Okay.
he looks to Panesta and says, "Well, Panesta, you're the keeper of ancient lore. Do you think you could come up with a way to release this creature without having Bale possibly strain his muscles?"
Well, we could push the button.
But say
But-
you could press the button.
It's either going to let him go or do something really horrible.
That is very true.
Push the red button.
But I think it probably
don't-
will unsnap him.
I don't know that you're the right guy to ask, Muda. No offense, Mister.
No,
I walk into the middle of the room.
there's no lightning going on anymore. So push the red button.
Okay. I look at the ape and I say, "Bale, push button. Open this, but might hurt. If does, very sorry."
He just kind of looks at you blankly, like you think he probably understood.
So I just kind of I kind of go, and then I push the button. What?
Yeah, you push the button. Click. It does not seem to do anything.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's not good.
Well,
Oh, it could be because we turned out
Turned off.
all
Yeah.
the power.
Yeah, we smashed the machine. Well, Bale, I guess you'll have to strain those muscles.
Well, I don't mind it, but oh boy.
See, you need the machine lightning.
Do you want our help?
Well, to be honest, and I point over at Pinesta and I say, she has the strongest arms of any of you men. So I say, come, woman.
Yeah. Probably two of you could get in there. I mean, 'cause, they're basically banned, so there's not room for everybody to get. I'll say two.
Yeah,
people,
I'll
for
help.
sure.
Yes.
Would you like me to draw my symbol of strength upon you to help you?
Well, I'll tell you, I'm pretty strong, but you could draw it on Pinesta. That way she would become closer to being as strong as me, and then two people that are almost as strong together would have more of a chance.
Vanessa, would you like me to draw my symbol of strength upon you?
Go for it, of course.
Okay. She'll take a writing pen and she'll draw a symbol on Pinesta's arm. It doesn't do anything.
Okay.
Basil takes a few steps back into the darkness and he draws his bow, ready shooter, just in case.
Okay. So this feat of strength, how does she add to me?
It's whatever hers is, and I'll give you actually an extra 4%, Pinesta, if you believe Callista, right? Because it's like mind over matter.
Sure.
Well,
She's a magician. Why wouldn't I believe her?
She makes my hammer glow.
So you have what, an 18 strength, Rush?
Yes.
And I have 14.
Yeah. So you're plus you have 8% extra because you're a fighter type, right? So you're 40%.
Yes.
Yeah. And Pinesta is what, a 14 strength, you said?
Correct, yes.
So you have 8,
Wait,
and then plus
8.
additional 4. So you got another 12. So yeah, you have a 52% chance. That's not bad.
Not bad, not bad.
All right. All right. You grab that band, and I'll grab this band, and let's see what we can do here.
Nope.
Just
And I
with
start.
with your strength, you won't be able to do it. You're gonna have to figure out some other technique to open it if you want to get it off.
Basil, being a fighter type, I think he gets +8 on his 13 strength. So his percentage is 16. He says, maybe I could help you as well.
I don't know if I'm allowed to go again.
You
That's
can't
the
go
problem.
again. Yeah, you could try it though if you want to try. But yeah, it's not like you just keep trying. It's like it's beyond his strength to do it.
Yeah,
So-
I'm like Muda, you and Bale get in here and give it a shot.
Yeah.
Oh, you want me to try?
I mean,
Yeah, let's go, Muda. Basil.
Perhaps I loosened it for you.
What's Muda's strength?
I believe it's 11.
Oh, nice, 4%.
It just makes it funnier if you get it.
That's right.
Mine should be 16. So
Yeah, so 20. That's not bad.
Yep.
Callista will walk back up to Muda. She'll hand him his prayer wheel back and she'll say, "You may need this."
Oh, thank you.
Oh, you pressed the wrong button, sir. Just roll a D100.
Oh yeah, hold on.
How did you get over a 4? 65 over.
Right, 4 is his chance if he was to do it. He doesn't need to do it. You can just roll a D100 because you got to combine them. Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, that roll is wonky.
Well, it's right if he was trying it by himself. Even
Yeah,
worse.
no way.
Yeah, you guys, without some kind of tools or something, you won't be able to get it up.
I curse loudly.
Well, can you shrink that creature, Callista, or enlarge that the bind so that he could slip through?
We could shrink him. I have a potion of diminutiveness.
Maybe he wouldn't like that.
How long
Probably
does
not.
that last?
Oh, I think like an hour or something like that.
Maybe we can.
Yeah.
Maybe we can enlarge that table if you're able to do that, so that he
Yeah.
can slip through.
All right, yeah, sure. Callista pulls out some butter from somewhere, and
God.
she rubs the butter on the table and casts enlargement.
All right, that's pretty epic.
Like,
You
you
enlarge
just
this
carry
table.
slabs of butter with you.
Yeah, it's probably all like bad smells. Although it's cold, so
If
maybe not.
it's real butter and it's
Yeah.
chilly, it'll be just fine because
Yeah, it's true. Right? It's cold in there.
fall out on your counter for weeks.
Yeah.
The
So yeah,
creature
yeah,
just
you
slips through.
you took a
because of the
2-month
butter.
boat journey then. No, it's fine. So you rub the butter on the which is the ape's thinking, oh, you got to rub butter on here to be. Yeah, the table gets really big. It was 150%. So it was 5 feet off the ground. Now it's 7.5 feet off the ground. But yeah, that's this giant ape now. It doesn't take up nearly as much of the table, and yeah, of course it goes around and it sits up, and it kind of like you can see it a little fear in its eyes and says, "Magic, magic," and it kind of starts to back up a little bit and kind of jumps down off the table and kind of go back to the side of the room. Seems to be fearful of magic.
Uh-oh. I put my hands up at him and I say, okay, it's okay. It's good magic, not bad. See?
Yeah, and he
Smells
looks
like
around. He sees
smells like
free, and he
butter.
says,
I go,
Right.
I take some of the butter from the table and I go, like that.
Right. Yeah, he takes him a couple seconds, but he composes himself and realizes what you're saying is true, and um, he says, uh, "Creature," and he kind of, does this like shape like a triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he says, "Magic," and he kind of like he picks up like a piece of broken something, like a kind of a stick or something, not stick, but like a piece of the cage. He kind of points it almost like a wand, and he kind of like points it.
Ah, so I look at him and I take my fingers like this and I put it up over my head and I go, creature. Like that.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
say,
Yeah.
and I pat my chest and I like I like motion to the other groups and I say, we kill.
Basil at that point walks up towards the creature from the shadows and holds up that little horn that he's been carrying around as a trophy and wiggles it. And he points at it and says, "Dead."
Yeah, he takes like a big breath, like he smells. Dead. Yeah.
And I try to get his name. I pat my chest and I go Bale and I pat Basil and I go
Yeah.
Basil Panesta Muda Colesta, and then I point at him.
Thrax.
Thrax help find friends. Yes.
Yes. Help. Thrax help. And this is a big ape. He's over 9 feet tall.
I
But of course,
know.
this place is pretty big, so
It's fucking awesome.
yeah, he's
We
big.
have a 4-armed gorilla in the party.
It's like a mini King Kong here.
That's right.
Nice.
All right. I actually like reach up and pat him on his shoulder. And I go, Thrax. And then I look at Panesta to see
Basil's
where do you
like
want to go.
watching Bale try to jump so high so that he could pat the 9-foot ape shoulder and coming up short.
I pat him on his
Oh,
arm,
man.
right?
It's like the second arm down, that like area. That's also kind of a
Oh,
shoulder.
the second arm down. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I pat the bottom shoulder.
Right, the bottom shoulder. So, yeah. Did you want to investigate this room anymore, or are you just gonna keep? He does not know anything else about the room. If you ask him. I mean, he's
Yeah.
you-
I figure.
Yeah, we need to look around.
Yeah.
Look at the
Okay.
cages, look at the broken glass and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty much, especially Colester would pick this up, but it's definitely some kind of a lab. I mean, if that's not obvious, you see lots of broken beakers and test tubes and stuff like that. But it's all very, very, very old. All the skeletons that you find are like, as soon as you touch them, they turn to dust because they've been there so long. But you do find, I'm not going to make you roll because you've found this before, so you know what they look like. You find a small metal case, and in it there are 6 ampules and 2 syringes.
Oh, another case.
Okay. Yep. These ampules look different than the other ones. I mean, they're different like markings, but again, you can't really read them. They're of the alien language,
Okay.
so it will take some research to figure out what they are. But yeah, you got 6 more ampules and 2 syringes. Otherwise, everything else in here is basically broken or useless, unless there's some random thing you think would be here that you'd want. That we could just say is here. It's basically a lab.
Nice.
Yeah, and besides the door that you came in from, there's another door on that same wall, which, of course, you have to force it open to know where it goes. But or you can go
Basil.
back, obviously.
Basil nods his head at Calesta and says, "That was extraordinary feat of magic that you performed there, Calesta. It was quite impressive."
Yes, I know. Thank you.
That butter certainly comes handy.
I'd be like,
Never know when you're going to need some butter.
notice how she's been hiding that the whole time. Oh, we've been eating dry bread the whole time. I'm telling you, finger wigglers, man.
He nods.
Go good with
Right.
those krill bars.
Oh,
Oh my God!
I mean, that's true.
Just a little.
Ugh, so gross. Right. I mean,
Out
Bale,
of character says the person who's like finished like 5 jars of mayonnaise.
that was I was carousing. That's me.
Wow, I must have missed that night.
Oh yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, everyone else.
Oh, God.
Everyone else tried to carouse too, but we were all so grossed out we just stopped.
There's always that one person at the party.
Right.
And it was 8 pounds. 8 pounds of mayonnaise.
Oh my God! I don't even want to even try to.
Anyway.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go try and open that. I guess I'm gonna try and open that door.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay.
So talk about what happens when Pinesta carouses.
That's right. What happens in town stays in town.
Exactly.
I rate a shooter just in case we're gonna come into a contact with
Okay.
a monster.
You gotta pull open the other door that's there.
Yeah. Is it a test or a feat?
Just test a strength for these because they're not.
Come on, Bale.
Yeah, you pull it open, no problem. Then of course your hammer's still lit for another 2 turns. So it shines down. I mean, again, you can't see that far because the light spell doesn't go that far. But if you use the electric torch, you can see this thing goes down about 80 or so feet. Then it banks. It basically turns to the right and then continues, but it descends.
We have to find these guys.
Yeah. I look behind, make sure everyone's with me. I tell Thrax to come on up there with me, and we start making our way down.
Yeah, I mean Thrax is actually because he's a 9-foot gorilla or ape. He can move much faster than you can on through these things. So he actually he can't. Well, it doesn't appear that he can see in the dark because clearly he wasn't looking anywhere else until he shined a light. So he doesn't get too far ahead of you, but he moves right up. But you see as you're kind of taking it because you're moving at like a third your normal rate when you're going down these tunnels. Like you see that he's just kind of walking along, like he doesn't have any problems. So that's probably good because you won't have any issue if something attacks you. But you get to the corner and I guess wait for everybody else to show up, and then if you shine the light down, it goes down another 100 or so feet, but I think it's probably just at the range of your flashlight, and you see another door down there.
A long tunnel.
Yeah, this one's pretty long. Assuming that you continue down, you come to another door that needs to be opened.
Oh, another door, you said?
Yeah, and actually, just as you get to the door, your hammer goes out.
Oh, nice.
Actually, yeah, it probably would a little bit before you get to it, probably.
Yeah.
Um,
Someone light a torch.
no, Callista will say, "Yep, bring it here," and she will light it again.
He just, every time that happens, he just has this look of fascination.
All right, you're gonna light the hammer again. Okay. All right, yeah. So you do that, and you get down to the door. And again, you got to the test to open it. Really isn't a big deal. I mean, you have a 9-foot ape with you, so I mean, you can open it after. Okay. It opens up. This room is it's a rectangle. It's 40 foot. It's 40 by 40 foot square.
Okay.
This 40 by 40 foot chamber with arching 25-foot ceiling contains a 20 by 10 by 10 foot cage of iridescent blue-green metal.
Oh.
Let's see. The cage has a 5 by 3 foot door with the most curious lock. Okay. It has basically the 9-button thing, which is not that curious when you did. It says that, but you've been encountering these locks for this entire module. Now it tells you it's curious. So it has that keypad. Of course, it's not lit up. But within the cage are 18 men wearing gray tunics and belts with hand axes. They are actually, because you turned off the power, so let me see. It's something different because you turned off the power. They are actually laying on the ground in a big pile.
Do they look dead?
Can
we not
you're
tell?
gonna walk, well, there's more in the room. Let me just say before you decide to walk over there or not.
Okay.
Each wears a circlet. They all have the circlets. You can see that, but of course, it's not. I'm assuming you're shining the flashlight on them because the hammer would not reach this far.
Yeah.
Rests around. Okay, outside the cage is a 5-foot tall crescent-shaped desk, behind which rests a round soapstone pedestal 6 inches high and 10 feet in diameter. The desk is scattered with various documents. Okay. On the table is a thin metal cartridge. Okay, so the cage. The men are listless. Yeah, I mean, you can see. I think if you shine the flashlight on them for a couple minutes, a couple seconds, you can see that they're breathing because you can see them moving. But they're definitely they look like they're maybe completely wiped out. Like possibly exhausted or however you want to. The men lie in a heap on the floor, in a sorry state of health. That's what it says. But yeah, you can see them there. And actually, when you shine the light on them, they look at you. And they seem a bit confused, obviously, because there's a light shining on them. They can't see you. And you can see that some of them try to kind of go for their weapons, but they can't even really. They're just because they don't see you. Could you imagine you're in a dark room and someone shines a flashlight on you? They can't see you.
We don't see any other people in here at all?
Nope, you just see the cage. It's directly across from you with the 18 people in it. And they're clearly, humans, not the beastmen.
Yeah. Well, I think we found the men.
Okay. Yeah, so if you speak and they hear your voice, one of them says, Beware! Beware, there is a strange beast who has captured us. Free us so we may help you destroy it. Destroy it.
Well, freeing you was already the plan, but what sort of strange creature do you speak of?
If only I had an intangulated Let's hope so.
Oh my
Sure.
god.
Basil holds up that trophy again and says, "You mean this creature? It's dead. We
Yes.
killed it."
It's dead.
Yes. Yes, that articulation is quite accurate.
We've come to bring you back to town.
Yes,
You are from the town, right?
We are from Dunwich. These creatures have
the
raided
elders-
our village.
I'd
The
hate
elder-
to bring back the wrong
The elder
people.
of Dunwich sent to retrieve you, and one of the boys, a hunter, led us here so that we could rescue you.
A boy?
Yes.
One of the messes.
Galen, right?
You
Oh,
are
no, I
from
hate Galen.
Dunwich.
No, his
You
name's
are
not
from
Galen.
Dunwich, aren't you? No. Well, you are now. Get your ass up on that floor.
No, he's from,
Bryn.
no,
Bryn
his
the-
name's not Galen. His name is
Bryn.
Bryn.
Bryn,
So
the
you
boy.
say, "Ah, Bryn. Oh, thank the gods, my son has come.
Oh,
I
you are
am,
Bryn's father.
I am Drun.
We're gonna free you from this cage, but be warned, we befriended a four-armed giant ape, as you can see over there.
Yes.
Don't be alarmed. He's not gonna try to harm you.
He's helping us rescue you, and then we're going to help him get to the surface and part ways.
He was a
Mm,
captive,
yeah, and-
just like you.
Yeah, they seem a little scared, and probably realizing that he's obviously scaring them, he kind of backs up a little bit into the tunnel. And let you guys go in there. You don't see anything else in the room besides what I described. You got a table, which is a desk effectively, with a 6-inch high, 10-foot diameter pedestal behind it, and then you've got the cage.
I walk over to the strange lock
Okay.
and I look at it. And is it like I know it's got the buttons, but is it like a padlock that's hanging, clipped
No, it's
on?
actually
or...
flat on the side. You can see that it's a lock because you've got the cage door, and it's like right next to where you see the bolt. You can see the bolt on the other side. It's got
Okay.
the same number system that you saw on the other thing, but above that it has like a slot.
Is Muda able to open that?
A slot. Wait,
I don't know. I could try.
check the table.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's look at the desk. Maybe there's some sort of.
Maybe there's a key.
I don't know. With the power.
Yeah, so you can check the table. Yeah, the desk is scattered with various documents, strange translucent sheets that contain notes written in an alien language.
Okay.
On the table is a thin metal cartridge. And yeah, it
Here you
looks
go,
like it'll probably
Muda.
fit in that hole.
I'll take the
Uh-huh.
metal cartridge.
Yep, I'll hand it to you.
Is there a place that I can stick this metal cartridge?
There's a
Well,
slot.
there's a slot above the
Yeah.
keypad.
I
I'll
start
stick it in there.
Yes.
A little message comes up. Insert other way. Leave chip in for. No, you slide it in,
Bet
but
I
there's no
don't read
power.
that language.
That's right. You slide it in, and you feel like it should go in there. But of course, there's no power in here. So.
I was hoping maybe it was a mechanical, like, oh, the buttons don't work here. Click.
No, it's okay.
I look up at
Let
Thrax.
me just make sure that's true. Let me just make sure that's the case. You might be right, actually.
Okay.
Because it does say cartridge, doesn't it? Not a key. You know what? We'll give it a chance. High or low, Rush?
I have high hopes.
Yeah, okay, roll a 5. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
No, actually, so you slide it in, and it goes click, and the latch slips down. There you go.
Take that, Mike.
Wait a minute. What if
You take it, you look at it, you turn it, you put it in the other way, and it clicks.
Holy cow.
You're always so fast to just do things.
So as you can see the men are starting to kind of stand up. You can see they look like they haven't eaten or drank water or anything in days. They look completely beat up and just terrible. Everybody roll a d6 and let me know if you get a 1.
Ooh, I got one.
Oh, I got to keep it family friendly. Sorry.
Nice.
Okay.
I offer him a krill bar.
Yeah, me too.
Oh yeah,
5.
they're all about those krill bars. That's exactly what you want when you're thirsty.
Whoops.
A nice salty krill bar.
Yeah, like how many of those do we have?
I got
72.
pockets full of them.
72 of them.
Holy shit! Yeah, start breaking them in half and giving them each one.
Yeah,
each
no, you can do that. Actually, each is equivalent to a day's rations. So Buddha is like really getting stuff. Okay, so just Basil, right?
Yeah, I got one. I actually rolled a physical dice this time.
Nice. Yeah. So you're all looking up in the men out, and you kind of turn and you look, and Thrax is gone.
Okay.
That son of a bitch.
Yeah, Basil says, Thrax is gone.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Well,
he helped us find the
Yeah,
man.
I'm sure he won't come back with other monsters. Because we freed him after all, right?
I guess technically he did what we asked, but
He could have attacked us and he didn't.
Yeah.
that's
we're not out of here yet.
Come back with other monsters.
Let us hope that he doesn't run into our men and they don't attack him on sight.
Well, the best way to try and help prevent that is to gather these men and get the hell out of here. This is what we came for, is it not?
Well, yeah.
It
Or
is.
was there something else?
Yeah,
This
there's
is
no other way
why
out
we're
of here. Yeah, I mean, listen, because if you want to get treasure, the mission was just to rescue them.
Well, if you guys are worried about Thrax, I have a way that I might be able to track him, but it's risky.
I have a feeling that he is on his way to the rest of his kind, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he probably just wants to get out of here as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think we need to have you spend magic.
And he knew we couldn't stop him, or we probably wouldn't try to stop him, I should say.
He wants to see his family. I can't
Yeah.
fault him.
Yes. Well, let's lead these people out of here.
Yeah, you definitely could do that. They are quite beat up, so they're moving super slow. So it's going to take a while for you guys to get out. But I mean, you have a fresh lantern and you have that flashlight, so I'm not going to worry too much about time and that kind of stuff. But I mean, it took you like 1, 2, maybe an hour to get down here from where you started from, but it takes probably like 5 hours to get back to that first room that you started with all these guys. There's 18 of them, and they are in terrible condition. But the krill bars helped. And you're just trying to get now. You can get back to essentially. So if you remember, there was a supply room, right? From that room, there was another. There was 2 exits, basically 3 exits. There was one that you came in, which was you kind of came up to get to it, and then there was this one that went down. But there was another exit that goes up that you didn't explore. Or you could go back to where you came, just so that you're safe and just follow the path you know. Or do you want to explore more to see if you can find a different way out?
Personally, Bale would like to explore more, but he doesn't want to try and explore more with 18 half dead or 3/4 dead villagers that he's got to keep an
We
eye
could
on.
let them rest here while we check out the rest of the area.
I think that's an
True.
extraordinarily bad idea.
Yeah.
Well,
We could go back to the room where we camped earlier because that room was spacious enough and comfortable enough for us to
Yeah.
rest.
I mean, spacious isn't the problem. What if something comes upon them while they rest and we are not here?
Exactly.
These men
No.
can't defend themselves against the common cold.
We know that the way back is clear, well, pretty much, but they do need to regain their strength. So perhaps they could rest and eat up and drink up while we take a look around here.
yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea. I mean, these men are in awfully bad shape. Even if they were in good health, Leaving them here unarmed is a very bad idea.
They have their weapons, I thought.
They do have hand axes, yeah.
They do.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Well, I have spoken my piece on the matter. But
Well, and if they're that bad, are we going to drag them out into 4 foot of snow?
That's what I'm worried about. I mean, I do
Oh,
agree with Dale that it would not be the safest way, but the condition that they're in, if we continue without resting for them and drag them out to the cold, especially when we don't have warm clothes for them, it'll be very difficult for all of
I'm
them.
not saying that they shouldn't rest. I'm saying that they should not rest without protection. But again, I am not the one in charge here, nor do I pretend to be. I will do as I am told.
Okay, well, let's ask the leader. Benesta, what do you think?
But not without complaining first.
Oh, did you take those parchments and stuff from the office or no?
I took the parchments.
Okay. There's that.
No, I took them.
Yeah, so right, you could. I'm sorry, I moved you past that room, but you could go to the room that that you camped in. Although there's no more firewood because you burned it up. But that room does have an unexplored way as well that you don't know where it is. I moved you to the room that's one up from that, which has the food, basically the krill bars and all the supplies. But yeah, so you essentially you could. I mean, you could camp here if you want. It's up to you. But you are going to run out of. I mean, there's crates in here. You could probably bash them up and burn and make a fire. And you do have food here. It's up to you. If you want to camp out and give them more time to rest. They've definitely, and they're from this area. So while the weather is terrible, if you can get them back to your camp, they would probably be fine. Probably.
Well, I too would like to explore, but I think our priority are these men. Our priority is these men.
Okay. That's fine. I mean,
Yeah, let us return and reunite the father and son.
Okay.
sure.
So you want to go back the way you came?
Who doesn't like a nice story like that?
Good.
Yeah, we'll go back the way we came,
Okay.
I think.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Food is like
it's
fine.
a heck. Yeah. By the time you get back to that very first room where Brickhill is waiting,
Yes.
you see. Actually, Brickhild is not alone. She has with her the boy, and they've got a small fire burning as the group comes up. And of course, when the boy sees the father, he runs up, and there's a reunion of all the people. And not that I want to play Twin's character, but I'll do my best, Brickhild. What are you guys doing? No. She tells you that she was guarding up here when a huge ape charged past her and jumped off the side and proceeded to tear up the camp below. The boy escaped, but everyone else in that camp is dead.
Oh my.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that damn ape.
Damn dirty ape.
I'm just trying to think of. Jeez.
Okay.
I wish I'd run into that thing before he had a chance to go down there and do all that damage. Just kind of mope away.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't rush into that.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, he could have attacked you, so it was probably good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but because I'm not the kind of referee that will kill the young boy, I'll say. Plus, he knows the area, so he took off into the woods. So he'll basically tell you that story. And you guys can rest and regain strength over the night, and you'll be able to move back towards Dunwich here. So you're basically at the entrance. Everybody has to climb down, which obviously going to take time, but it's nighttime now because it took you almost 12 hours between. It's basically a full day happened. So you camp up there with Brickhill. Go ahead.
So everyone that was outside was killed.
Yep.
And
And anything they had with them is destroyed. for the
did
most
he
part.
kill my familiar?
I'll say no.
I would
Because
think
that
you're
I wouldn't
familiar,
have
probably.
because that could hurt your character. So I'm not going to have your character be
It's just
yeah,
frozen to a
without-
rock.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
I have a
familiar was
feeling
able
that
to-
your familiar would have been like, okay, deuces, I'm out. There's a 4-armed ape here.
yeah.
Bye.
Since that actually could kill your character or hurt them, I'm definitely not going to have your familiar automatically be dead. So no, the familiar is fine. It was able to fly away. Wyatt can contact you or whatever if it was normally able to. Oh, actually, a magician you can anyways. It's really close to it. So yeah, you probably come out, you hear the story, and you're just like, why am I not dead? And then like, there's that moment of like, oh crap, and then the familiar flies in, whatever their name is, Udi.
Jeez, I didn't
Rascal,
realize
yeah.
that.
Yeah, when Rascal fly, like, yeah, she's probably having that panic attack at that moment of like, where is Rascal? And then he flies in and like she grabs him. She's like, oh, Rascal, and she's just like hugging him.
I didn't
Yeah,
realize
and
that,
you know it's a
that could
raven,
kill
right?
you.
So right, it's so cold that the bird's like practically frozen. But
Oh man. Yeah, Basil, you see him like lamenting the death of his sergeant, cavalry archer, the armor bearer, and all these people. And basically, he has no idea what to do. He loads up the bodies on their heavy war horses and donkeys and stuff. And yeah, he doesn't look to be in a very cheerful mood.
yeah, I mean the bodies are just torn to pieces, and probably some of the horses and stuff are killed too.
Ooh, yikes.
The 4-armed giant albino ape is quite a thing. So it's probably good that you didn't have to fight it. But while you're resting, before you do that the next day, because it's nighttime, so you probably would do that next day. Looking at those parchments, Panesta, you actually can see that they seem to be. One of them seems to actually be a map. And it's hard to make out where it is exactly without all your stuff that you have back in town, obviously, because you have like charts and stuff. But there does seem to be some kind of a map connected to this.
Nice.
Yeah.
I will say, I would point that out to the rest of the party. Look at this. This alien writing is strange, but this looks very much like a map.
Yeah, I don't think any of you are from the area that the map is of. Where's everybody from? Callista's from Khromarium. So is
Khromarium.
Nesta.
Yep.
Basil's from the.
He's
Where are
from
you from,
Khromarium,
Bas?
but he's Amazon.
Right, you're but and Mood is from the Lemurian Remnant. Where are you from, Belle? Are you from here? You're from Gal?
Well, he's Khamari Celt, so he's from the lands around Khromarium. But I mean, as a mercenary, he's kind of been all over.
Okay, yeah. So you probably this is not recognizable. It looks like it's a series of islands. You could probably speculate that it's one of the island chains, but you're not sure which one because there's a bunch of different island chains. But you could definitely figure it out once you have your charts, which would be back all the ways in the Gal Hills. So you're gonna have to go to Dunwich first and then cross to the Gal Hills. So yeah, everybody's kind of safe, and you rest again. So if anybody was hurt, I don't think anybody was hurt, but you can regain your spells again, or whatever if you want. I'm not gonna make you do any kind of fighting or whatever on the way back, so we'll just narrate that back. But is there anything else you want to do here before you lead these men back through the snow? I know that you said you're taking whatever you can of the bodies, Basil.
Yep.
And horses.
And you see him like kneeling down in front of the site of carnage, and he stabs his sword into the ground, and he kneels before their mangled bodies, and he says, "By my honor, I will defeat you, Thrax. One day, you have earned my ire, and if it's the last thing I do, I shall slay you." He makes that vow of vengeance.
Oh, okay.
Nesta will go to Basil and say, I witness your vow, and I have lost many friends myself, so I'm very sorry this happened.
He nods and says, "Thank you. Hold me to my vow."
And I'll end it off by looking at him and say, I feel responsible because it was my idea to try and befriend this creature rather than killing it. But perhaps next time I should act on my first instinct. But if you hold a grudge, I understand.
Worry not, Bale. It was not your fault. No creature of goodwill would have betrayed our trust and benevolence with such a evil deed. So blame yourself not. And he rises.
Callista will weep heavily as she lost both her servants.
Yeah, I would go to you as well and say again, it's the worst to lose friends. I'm very sorry, Callista.
She'll thank you for the kind words.
We were all responsible for the release of that monster.
Mm-hmm.
And our friend's death weighs heavily upon our brow. So, Callista, if you feel that vengeance is owed, then you have my sword.
I would like nothing more than to hunt him down, but now is not the time for that. We have these men to attend to who are still alive, and we must. And who knows where our journeys are going to take us from there.
Wise words.
It is actually relatively warm today. It's the a warm streak. It's 0 degrees. It's the warmest it's been since you've been here.
Lester starts taking off all her furs.
Yeah. I think it's, I don't remember if it's 9 hours or 9 days back to town. I think it's 9 hours. You guys didn't travel for 9 days, I don't think. Yeah, you head back to Dunwich. Obviously, celebrated as heroes. The Pinesta the jeweler is true to his word and brings you a small bag with a sapphire in it. The
Nice.
town elders, Finn, Ulstar, and Cooley, they put you up. Again, this is not a place where there's it's not a huge town, so they just put you up in a room. And there's a feast. Of course, the men are back, and you are celebrated as heroes. Bryn, the boy, is elevated and becomes a man in the tribe through his actions to help you. And the druid, what was that druid's name, Crystal? Your druid friend. Sorry.
Udine,
Yeah.
Eunuch?
Sorka's
eunuch.
druid
Yeah, that was
friend.
it. Yes, eunuch.
Yep. Elder
in
eunuch.
a very Gandalf fashion, Sorka's druid friend who asked you to come this way shows up, and gives you the paperwork for if you remember, they're giving you some leasings for some warehouses in the port of Gaul, which you wanted for your business. And then at some point during the night, the druid is gone again in a very Gandalf-y way. So yeah.
Pinesto says to Muda, I'm sorry we didn't stay and get more treasure. Maybe this will make up for it. I'm going to give him the ring of Featherfall.
Oh,
Now
Well,
when you
thank
go
you.
rushing into places or jumping off things or whatever you do, you'll have a little help.
well, I'm not sure what this says about your belief in my abilities, but
Well, I want you to stay alive, Muda. We survived a lot. We survived the snake goddess together. I take this, please.
I will. Thank you,
Jump
Pinesta.
high. Those who jump high often fall very far.
If that's okay with everybody. I didn't ask, but I'm assuming it's okay.
Yeah,
Hello.
that sounds perfect, actually.
Okay.
It is a silver ring engraved with a pair of feathered wings. There you go.
Aha.
If you fall 5 or more feet, it kicks in. It has feather fall at a caster level of 10, so I don't know exactly what that means, but if it ever comes
Yeah.
up, we'll figure it out. I don't know if that means you can take more people. I think that's probably what that means. Let's see. Let's quickly look. So we know that. We'll probably forget when it actually comes up. We'll have to look it up again, but I think at higher levels you can take more people.
Oh, it does say.
So stay damn Buddha is basically what we learn here.
Yep.
Right.
Why does everybody want to hold my hand?
Yeah.
Featherfall. Let's see. Featherfall. It'd be nice if I knew how to look things up enough. But there it is. Causes the caster or other willing recipient to assume the mass and weight of a feather. So the precipitous fall will cause no damage, at least for the duration of the spell. The spell does not work on unwilling recipients. Oh, I see. The duration is no. Why does it matter? I guess they just always say that. Maybe because for magic resistance. It doesn't. It lasts for a turn, so you can fall up to 10 minutes. So if you're falling for more than 10 minutes, you're basically screwed anyway. So you might as well just.
So don't mess with cloud giants, basically.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Was there anything else you wanted to do in Dunwich?
Basil, because he's driven to take that vengeance, he's gonna go up to Colesta and says, Colesta, I know that you have that strange magical artifact that shows you sight beyond sight. Are you able to locate where that gigantic ape has went?
Yes, I can. If he's within 5 miles of this place, 500 miles of this place, I can. I mean, I've met him, so I'm familiar with him. I should be able to see him easily, I believe.
Perhaps our hunter friend could locate his whereabouts if we view him on your artifact.
Well, let's first check with Pinesta and see if taking time to go kill this beast is, even possible. If that's what she and the rest of the group want to do.
Well, it will depend on where he is and if he's found his friends. Because 1 4-armed, 9-foot tall ape man maybe is all right. 6 might be harder. I mean, not even no might about it. Would be very hard.
Yeah, let alone an entire tribe.
Well, I mean, I can use it, though I would like to wait till in the morning. It'll be risky to use it before then.
As you would have it, Colesta.
81%.
So if your guys are okay with that, then yeah, in the morning I'll
You can
use
scry
my.
for sure. See where he is.
So can be utilized to see view a familiar person or thing nearby place within 500 miles, and I can see 120-foot diameter around the subject.
Okay. Let me see.
And I don't know if he's an otherworldly being, but if so, he can do a device saving throw to know that he's being observed.
Okay.
And that's modified by willpower.
Okay. Let me just check something here. I'm trying to see where they got him from. To see where he'd be right now. Because of course the module expects you to fight him inside the thing. But you guys were so nice to him. Yeah, you can see him. So the morning comes. It is now the 5th day of the 13th month of the 10th year. It's oh no, hold on. It's a 6-day rather. It's going to be about -10. It's kind of foggy today. And you sit down with the crystal ball looking for the creature called Thorax. And indeed you see him. He is in what looks to be kind of a bowl-shaped like valley, if you will. And he has with him, where you can see around 120 feet. You can see that he's got some much smaller, I mean, still very large, but much smaller white apes with him. But those apes are not in possession of forearms. They just look like regular apes, but they're white. There are... Okay. There's 3 that you see.
Yeah, Callista sets the crystal ball on the table and she begins to like wave her hands over it. And she's like, I see, as she gathers the powers, and for her, the fog clears and she'll say what she sees, the apes and everything.
Okay. Do you want to continue watching beyond the first turn? Or
not
to get more information, or are you going to
not beyond the
go on
first
what
turn.
you see? Okay.
Yeah,
Then
I'm
that's
just
what you
gonna
see. You
I'm
see
gonna use the
3
first
apes.
turn to.
You see 3 white apes. They're like between 6 and 7 feet tall. They do not have the multiple arms. They just look like regular apes, but they're white. And then you see this creature Thrax. He seems to be, interacting with them. Like they're like his tribe, you might say, or clan. Yeah, and I mean, if you describe the area, they know where it is. The boy does. He says, "Oh, that is the Death Bowl. We don't go near there. It's dangerous."
Death Bowl.
And now we know why.
Mhm.
No hunters go to that area.
Sounds like
That
a
makes
place
sense
we
because of
should
white ape.
go.
It's a very subtle name, very subtle.
Yes.
Yeah. It's about a 4-hour march, so you could get there if you went soon. Remember that the days are only not very long. So the sun comes up at 7:30. We'll say we'll say the first thing in the morning. So it's about 8 a.m. The sun goes down around 4:30, which gives you about 8 hours. It's about a 4-hour march to get there.
Also, Daniel, if I could, Callista would like to sketch like a rough map of the area. I mean, she knows she only
You
has
only
a
see
turn.
120 feet. You
Yeah.
literally see nothing.
Oh, okay.
You see a bowl. The map
Okay.
is a bowl.
All right.
You wouldn't know how to get there without some help because it's literally you just see like the sides of the.
Mhm. Yeah, I understand.
So what's the plan? You want to go after the ape?
Yeah,
What do you
Basil starts equipping his armor because he's made that vow, and he's gonna go out there,
Alright.
whether or not he gets help. So he starts putting on his armor and approaches that boy and says, "We may need some. Well, I may need some directions on how to get there. Would you help us? Not to that particular location, but close enough so that we can navigate our way to the Death Bowl."
Yeah, he will. He says you don't tell anybody, of course.
Okay. Yeah, he
doesn't-
gets up and he looks to the other party members and says, "We have released this creature upon the world where it was kept safe, and I think that we're responsible to bind it this time in death."
I'm not going to let you go alone.
He nods. "Thank you, Panesta."
Well, that was pretty much my
Oh, it's ready to play.
my take on it. If these two had made up their minds, if everyone else is going to help, then I'm definitely not going to just stay here.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something I would choose to do myself, but Basil made that vow, and I'm not going to, like I said, I can't let him go by himself. So
I don't feel
Rel,
that.
Rel does think it's your fault, so
I,
you
I
should
look
go.
I look at Callista and I say, are you sure this thing is it is alone? It is not with others of its kind, because the gods know one 9-foot four-armed ape will be quite the handful by himself.
Well, I could only see him for about 10 minutes, and other than those other 3 white apes, I didn't see anything else around him. So I would say he has at least 3 white apes. There could be more, but I may not have been able to see them.
I can always fly over the Death Bowl and see what I can see. I mean, they'll probably throw rocks at me, but
I don't think they'll be able to throw rocks as far as 120 yards, which is the distance that I can shoot it. If we fly over it, we'll be able to deliver death from above.
I do like that idea.
Oh, that's one of the bugs from StarCraft.
That makes me
And
happy.
and should we come to it, then Bale could grow to be a giant himself and take it down with his mighty blows.
Yeah, and you have that other potion too, the superheroic one. Or pill. They're pills, but I'm assuming they act like the potions, Daniel. That's why I
Yeah, they
gave
act
you
just
those.
like a potion. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Before we go, if we could, Callista will. I mean,
You don't have a lot of
she
time,
will.
but I mean, if you don't want to go, if you don't want to travel at night, you don't have a lot of time. But tell me what it is.
I know. I mean, like, I just want to do. All she wants to do is like, if she has to pay the innkeeper, she will. But she wants to have her raven stay here,
Oh yeah,
Rascal.
I'm just watching the cutscene.
yeah. There's no real innkeeper. You're just staying with the people. One of the people take care of it.
Okay.
I love watching cutscenes. But who's the blonde?
Oh, it's settled then.
Okay. All right. Why don't this is probably a good place to take a break, so I can actually get all the stats for everything, because now all of a sudden you're going to fight a giant ape, which is awesome. So I got to prepare myself. So let's take a 10-minute break, and we'll come back and see if death from above is going to happen. All right.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, complete the tutorial will
Hold on, I
result
pressed the
in
wrong
a
button.
free hero and
Someday I'll figure out how to use this. All right, we are back. Heading to the Death Bowl to seek revenge against Thrax, the albino ape, giant albino ape.
We're all gonna die.
So yeah, I mean, before he heads out of town, Basil's gonna get a bale of hay, and he's gonna load that up on his warhorse and set out.
Okay. Is anybody else making any special preparations besides leaving the familiar with the place?
Nope. Let's bring him a big old monkey smashing hammer.
All right.
If I can, actually, I'd like to get some string or something, and I'd like to tie that flashlight to the end of my laser bow. Like I'd like to tie it onto my laser crossbow, so that it's attached to my laser crossbow, so I can aim my laser crossbow and
Okay.
also turn the flashlight on.
All right. Well, you'll be like -4 to hit if you do that. It's a giant flashlight. It's gonna weigh you down.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
never mind.
I mean, it's like as long as your arm. It's like this long.
Question:
Yeah.
when we rested earlier in that complex, did we get any health back?
Yeah, you stayed overnight again, so you would have healed up again. Yeah.
Okay, how much do we get back for that?
You get back. What level are you?
Level 6.
So you get 3 of your hit dice back. 3. Roll 3 hit dice
3d10. Gotcha.
Plus your con
plus
bonus.
any con bonuses.
Okay. Right.
Cool. So yeah, it's a bit of a hike, but the boy leads you. In the direction. You kind of I guess leave town, giving some, maybe you're saying you'll hunt whatever it is. As he told you not to tell the town that you were going there. And I'm assuming that you didn't tell them. Yeah. So let's see if you encounter anything on the way. Let's see who's up in my up right. Crystal, roll a d6 to see if you have any encounters on the way.
Oh, come on, Daniel. That's just not fair. Oh my God.
Whenever I want a wandering encounter, I have to have Crystal.
We need to bring Tony back. Tony, he's got to be here next. Yeah. So you can pick on him some.
Yeah, a little bit. Go roll a d8 to see what it is.
Okay. It'll probably be an Archaeopteryx.
Probably. It's always dark up. Wow, you roll a lot of ones.
Yeah.
You're
welcome, everyone.
As you're walking, you see they're aurochs, which are massive ox, black and furry, stand 6 feet at the shoulder. There's dozens of them. So you get delayed a little bit, but it's not a big deal. I mean, it might be a big deal on your way home, but you get delayed like half an hour waiting for this large herd essentially to pass, because you don't want to go through them if you don't have to, because if you set them off, it is very, very dangerous. So the boy tells you probably wait, and you do. So you're delayed like an hour or so, but eventually you get to you're traveling in this craggy mountainous area, and you kind of get to a certain spot, and he kind of points, and you can see that it looks like it's pretty high slope going up, and then it looks like a plateau, because you're below it. So that's what it looks like. But he tells you that's the bowl. He says if you climb to the ridge and you look down, that should be the bowl. So what would you like to do?
How is the weather right now?
Oh, right, the weather. It is. I said it was the 5th day, right? It is moderate. It's breezy. It's got a moderate breeze, but it's clear. I don't think there's any penalties for moderate breeze. Let me just check that. You are about to go up in the air and use missile fire, so let me check that.
Yeah,
I do not believe there's any penalty.
But a moderate breeze and 0-degree temperatures, that can't feel good.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, there's no penalties. So you have to have a strong breeze before there's penalties. So you're good. Yeah, it's probably actually slightly warmer than that. 0 is like with the wind. I just put the effective temperature. So yeah,
Basil.
it's about 0 degrees, but it's windy.
Basil looks to Penesta and says, well, if we could make sure that there aren't any apes up on the top of that ridge, if we have our force at the ridge itself, we would have higher ground. It would be a good vantage point if we were to attack it, or if they try to climb up to fight back. But I think we should keep our distance, fly up high, at least over 120 feet in the air, and attack
sure
it
I
if we could see it.
Let me make sure that the carpet can do that.
Yeah, I don't think you have any restriction on how you can fly.
No, just making sure. Yeah, no. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so, which is good. I mean, obviously, it's a moderate breeze. If it was really breezy, then it'd be a problem. Of course, if you fall from the carpet, how high you are will make a difference.
Right.
Otherwise, you can do that. Is there? I don't think there is, right?
Nope. There's
It's
not.
actually a really good magic item. Doesn't have too many restrictions. It's one of the best.
Nope, just wait.
Yep.
Well, do you want me to
it's
fly up
speed.
there and check the ridge then first, Basil, before we?
I think if you could fly up there to check the ridge, and if you fly up very high to see where they are, if you could see them, that would be a great thing for all of us.
Yeah, I'll fly up and see if I can see them. Then we can make a plan.
Okay. So you're gonna just fly up over the top of the bowl by yourself?
Well, no, I want to check the ridge first, and I want to be very, very high.
It's just gonna go like straight up and then look.
For now, yes.
Okay, that's what I'm seeing, so I can say what you see. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's 0 degrees and windy, so the boy is like kind of pulled off to the side of some trees. And he's starting to set up a camp. Take care of the horses. Yeah, you fly up. And yeah, you see. Basically, it's pretty steep. Obviously, going up this ridge. At the top, there is a flat plateau, maybe like 30, 40 yards wide. It's not equal on every side, and then it dips down pretty steeply for a bit and then kind of levels out a bit and then drops down into a bowl. You do see actually there's what appears to be a water source, like a pond or something, in the center, and you see like there's holes in it. So clearly they smash the ice to get water or to fish or whatever they're doing. But
Okay.
you see actually 4 about six between 6 and 7 foot tall albino apes. They seem to be feeding on one of those oxes that the oxes that you saw go by. Maybe not those ones, but that kind of creature.
Right.
They have it in the middle there, and you actually can see, it was dragged in to the center. Although you cannot see where they dragged it from on the top. You can only see like kind of that area where they're at. And you can see that they just have it torn open. They're just like leaning over it, feeding on it. 4 of them.
Okay. But I don't see Thrax.
You do not see Thrax.
Okay. I'll fly back down to bed. Well, they're feeding. They don't see me up here.
You don't think they do? No. I mean, they don't react to it in any way that you can perceive.
Okay. I'll fly a little further over the bowl, just a little, and see if I see him. Or is there like a cave entrance anywhere in the valley, or that he might be in there, or something like that?
Yeah, as you're kind of circling around, you do notice that, like I said, it comes down and then it kind of drops. And as you kind of circle around or look, maybe get some other angles on it, you do see there's actually several kind of caves cut into the bowl.
Okay.
You don't see him in the cave because, it's dark in
Oh,
there.
right. Right.
But you see there's at least, there's probably a dozen of them that are cut in various sizes. Some look like they're
Okay.
too small, maybe for the apes to get through, and some look like they're very large.
All right. I'll go back to the party. and I will land, and I'll say, well, this might be harder than we thought, Basil. I saw apes, but not Drax. There were 4 apes, smaller than him, but still bigger than me, and many caves cut into the valley that he could be hiding in.
I see. But what about the terrain? Is there any place where we could land and set up a vantage point?
Well, there's no apes on the ridge, but it's a sheer, you said it was pretty sheer drop down.
Yeah, I mean, right. You could get down it, but it would be one of those things where like you have to, if you were being chased or trying to do it aggressively, you'd need to make a test of dexterity, or you would go sliding down like a sledding hill, or like a ski slope. Think of it like that. It's not so steep you couldn't walk down, but it's pretty steep, and also pretty far. If you set up on top, you would be unlikely to be able to. It might be out of bow range, depending on where they were inside the. At the very least, you'd have to get down to the part that like suddenly drops, like the part that's over the caves. Then you'd be close enough.
Yep, and that's what I'll say. There's part we could maybe over the caves, but we'd have to get there without being noticed.
I see.
I could use my crystal ball again, but it comes with some risk.
I understand. What sort of risk do you take?
Sometimes if I use it more than once in a day, the uh, demons come and cloud my mind. I go what people have described as mad for at least a couple of hours.
Well, that doesn't sound.
Or a couple of, hours. Couple of minutes.
That doesn't sound favorable.
It does not. I mean, if the demon takes you over, then we would have to bind you to a tree before we do something like this.
Oh, actually, that madness lasts for weeks.
Then it is not worth it.
Nope. We don't need a mad mage.
Or a crazy woman, for that matter.
You know, the safest ways to deal with it, maybe to camp another day or so, a little farther away from here, and locate its whereabouts before we attack. That will be the safest way.
The problem is, even if she sees it in a cave, there are at least a dozen, and he could be in any one of them. I mean, there are a few that are small, but how will we know which cave?
How many creatures did you see in there?
I saw 4.
We could call it out.
You're
Atop
making
that,
the assumption he's going to fight fair.
I think it's a crazy ape creature that acts on its instinct rather than trying come up with a strategy like we men and women.
Right. So if you call it out, it's probably going to act on its instincts and fight as a pack.
So that's the reason why I asked how many of these creatures she
Oh.
saw up there.
No, yeah, I get it. I was talking about you calling out the calling him out. I'm just saying calling him out's going to have us in a huge fight.
Yeah. Bale, can you use any ranged weapons at all?
I mean, I can. Everybody knows how to shoot a bow. I'm not so sure that I'm very good with them.
Well, not your fault.
I see.
I can do in a pinch.
Yeah, this game is hard.
We could set up our vantage point atop that plateau near the caves and call out Thrax so that he would charge at us, and we can hunt him down as he tries to climb up the cliff.
I have 3 abilities, but I feel like they're not working, but I don't know if maybe
Okay.
because I'm not doing it right.
But my question still remains, what happens if the other 4 start climbing the cliff with him?
They're white apes. They're known to devour men and kill people. At least the one that we saw, right?
Yeah. So now you see why I'm asking that question.
Now that I did figure that
We would have to fight Thrax plus 4 others. Is
They're
that
not.
something you're prepared to do?
I'm prepared to do what it takes to take him down. He's a 9-foot ape, but if the other ones are smaller, I think the chances are fair.
Damn it. Wow, I'm almost dead.
Hmm.
This is not.
And I've seen Calesta throw these balls of fire.
Hmm.
I can also hold a number of them in place.
Well, I know little of the ways of magic. In a straight up fight, it doesn't seem very smart. But if you're saying that your magic will even the field, then
Our magics might be able to, depending on how many there are and how strong they are.
In my time with the Khromarium Guard, we went against some of these barbarian tribes. What we did was to take advantage of the land and fight to increase our advantage. A warrior as capable as you, Bale, could probably protect us should these creatures climb up closer. But with Panesta's flying carpet, I could stay in the carpet and shoot from far away out of its range as it makes its climb.
Oh, I'm dead.
And Calesta could probably attack it using her weapons or her magical capabilities. And when they get close enough, you could finish it off with your mighty hammer. And Muda, with his adept hands, could use that special bow he has to pick him off.
so Bale just kind of shrugs and says, "Well, tell me where to go."
I do have a question. What happens if you call out Thrax and like 20 of these things come pouring out of the caves?
Well, I can
mean-
tell you what Bale will be doing if that happens.
I mean, I can only take one of you on the flying carpet. It's going to be Basil at this point.
What we could do, perhaps, is to cause an avalanche.
Oh, that's a
Wow.
good idea.
Eh,
You really hate this guy.
Yeah, good deal.
He has slain 3 of my friends.
Well, I'm sure a fireball tossed at a mountainside would make quite a mountain slide.
Yeah.
We just need to make sure that it doesn't make our plateau slide.
If you start hurling fire at the ground that I'm standing on, I don't plan to be there if the plateau starts to slide. So again, I say, where do you need me to go? If we're going to do this, let us get it over with.
Okay.
I believe Bale should be the first one to secure that plateau, and then Calesta and Muda thereafter. Panesta and myself could be on the flying carpet after you guys have established a strong point on that vantage point upon the plateau. Does it sound reasonable?
Works for me.
Looks to Panesta.
Yeah, that's okay. Just don't fall. Just don't fall from the height we're going to be.
Yeah, you're wearing field plate. I'm gonna say that your carpet's gonna be at the slowest speed with all that weight on there with a bale of hay on there. You're I don't
Right.
even know if you're under 600 pounds, to be honest with you, but I'll say you are. But with 2 people plus a bale of hay, and yeah, So
Yep.
you can take 600 pounds, right? So
Yeah.
Basil is actually gonna take off his plate armor.
I mean, I can lift a bale of hay. I think they're like 45, 50 pounds. So
Let me look up how
Yeah.
heavy Basil is with that equipment. Give me 1 second.
yeah,
I
mean,
could just
think
let Basil do it.
You could.
Basil himself is 180 pounds, and he's carrying just the plate and his swords and the bow.
Where's the summary?
Yeah, so you're probably somewhere around like 250, 260 pounds, probably total. And then you got Panesta, whenever she's weighing, she weighs less than that clearly. And then you got the battle face. So I'm going to say that you're probably at the point where you're over 500, but you're definitely less than 600. So you're going to move at 30.
Okay.
Someone by the
Right.
name of
Yeah, you can definitely do it. Just going to be the slower speed because you really look. I mean, that's a lot of stuff to have on a flying carpet.
No,
So-
I agree.
So yeah, I like this though. You got a little like death from above thing going on.
Lily. I can do Lily.
So yeah, so the other people are going to climb up the side of the plateau to get on the flat area.
I just want to say real quick, Callista is going to say, you know, I mean, I don't know if this would be okay with you, Panesta, but it might be better if I'm the second person on the carpet.
She's a healer too.
I'd have a better view of the field to cast my spells at.
I do.
And I don't like being hit very much either.
Probably.
Okay, but if you lose my carpet, I'm coming after you.
I think that's a fair idea too. If you want me to secure that plateau, so long as I could see him, I could set my arrows down without having to carry that bale of hay.
Oh, well, no, I think she's saying you and her, Basil.
Mhm.
You guys take the carpet.
Change my
I don't know about that.
icon.
Well,
Okay, so like then I can take Callista.
Meatless cookbook.
I'll be at the plateau.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then Basil's gonna keep his armor on.
Yeah, well that makes sense too.
Right before we fly up, Callista's going to cast shield upon herself.
Cloud serpent and
Okay.
blinding.
So you cast shield. How long does that last?
2 turns.
Oh, okay, that's a lot of time. Okay.
Yeah, I
definitely
wonder,
go on. Go.
while they're doing that, I wonder, do you guys think I should use the spell I learned when I stayed with that guy for 8 months? Summon animal 1. Maybe I could send in some wolves and distract them or draw them out that way.
I think when they try to climb up, summoning those wolves may be the right thing to do. We could scorch them with Callista's fireball first, and if these creatures, decide to climb up, then the wolves may slow them down while we rain arrows at them.
Yeah, I could do 2 mountain lions or 4 wolves or 1 brown bear.
Also, when you're in the battle, if a demon shows up, don't attack it. I don't know why a demon would show up, but if that were to happen, for some reason,
I would have to summon the animals before we got on the carpet because I have to be able to give them a command.
At the mentioning.
I can't summon 4 wolves to the carpet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I thought
this isn't 5e. They don't appear out of nowhere. They actually come,
Exactly.
Right? So,
Yeah.
so
I see.
they have to be near here as well. You can try to summon.
I can try to summon them, right?
Right.
Okay. Well, Basil definitely is going to raise his very, very thick eyebrows as Callista mentions a demon showing up out of nowhere.
I don't have to summon the animals. That's fine.
Yeah. He says, when we come to that, perhaps we'll rely on you. But yeah, I'm ready to go. If you could ferry us one by one to the plateau, it'll make it go faster.
Actually, I think they do just show up. It says, rudely the animals are conjured to a location within the spell's range. That's what it says.
Rudely.
Whatever that means to you. It says rudely. It does. It says that.
Mm.
So it's like
It
yoink.
says rudely. Wow.
It does.
Well, yeah, because it's rude to make the animals come.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Call upon the aid of one or more beasts, source more specify the type of animal we wish to summon that where these animals may include. Rudely, the animals are conjured. Oh, conjured. Yeah.
Yep. But I have to be able to talk to him. So
Oh no, yeah, no. They disappear once they game. Yeah. So since they disappear, then I would say that that's the case. They do. Wow. Okay. I thought they actually had to come running to you. All right. Well, that's pretty awesome. So they're like they're busy doing wolf things, and you rudely call them.
that's what it says. But I don't have to do that.
No, I love that. Okay. All right. You should do it, and I'll make you make a charisma check. No. It's fine.
They're all sleeping because it's the middle of the day.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, what the?
What does this bitch want?
They're all giving you a side eye.
Yeah.
So Basil
Well, also
says,
because it doesn't say a time that it takes them to get there, so I would say that it happens right away. So yes, I think that you are
They
correct.
show up going apes, really?
All right. So what is the plan?
so Basil, Bale, Muda, three of them are gonna be situated on top of that ledge, and we're gonna make a vantage point where we're gonna shoot arrows or ranged weapons at it. if
So
possible.
are you hiking up together, or are you going to try to have Nesta bring you up one at a time on the flying carpet? And if you're doing that, who's going up and in what order? Because the people are going to be waiting up there for the rest of the people to arrive for
Okay.
maybe 10 minutes apiece. So,
A piece. Okay.
well, you got to go up and down.
I've already started walking.
Shocker.
So you got to walk. Okay, no, it's fine. I mean, I just want to know so I can figure out if anybody sees you or whatever. So it's relevant. Okay. If you're going to go up all together, then that's less total time that somebody's standing on the top that we had seen, basically.
Sure.
So that's what I want to know. Together?
Yeah,
Together.
sure.
Or separate? Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you guys get up there. You climb up. I mean, it's a pretty rough climb, but you're able to get up to the top, and as Panesta described, it's about 20 foot or so area that you can kind of like a flat area, and then it kind of slopes down to the center of this thing. It's probably in that kind of pond in the center. So the center of the bowl itself is maybe like 300 yards away, but the kind of the edge of the pond is maybe like 100-ish, 150 maybe, probably 100 yards or so. Yeah, you see 4 apes. They seem to be down there eating an ox still.
Okay. So Basil sets down that bale of hay, and on it he prepares.
Buried it all the way up there.
Yeah.
Carried the
It's
bale
like-
of hay up there. Make a
it's like
strength.
40
make a
pounds.
test of strength. Make a test of strength.
Well, I would have helped him if that makes any difference.
Okay. Well, make a test of strength.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise, your ass is sliding down the side.
All right.
I'm letting you
He's
climb up
made
with
it.
no problem. So now you're carrying bales of hay. Anything else you want to carry?
That's it. A donkey? No, just kidding. Yeah. He puts it in front of him and sets down some 22 arrows on it.
Okay, so your arrow
Pro-
setting. Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
donkey, his vicious attack ass.
And says, looks to her and says, "We're ready here, I think." Muda, and looks to Bale and Muda. Are we able to shoot it with missile weapons at this range?
I mean-
You would be able to shoot them if they got up if they started coming towards you. Where they are right now,
Okay.
no, they're too far away.
If I shoot at them with arrows, you might as well just grab a handful of sticks and throw them down the cliff. I'll do my part if they get here.
He nods firmly and looks to Muda.
What?
No
I'll shoot
jumping
him.
down there this time.
Yeah, I'm not going to jump down there. Who would jump down there? Would you
Yeah.
jump down there? I'm
I
not going to
wouldn't.
jump down there.
Of course not. Yeah. All right. He's gonna look to Panesta and nod at her. Once you're up in the air and in the position, I'll call for Thrax.
Okay.
Okay, so what is the position? You're gonna fly over the center? Or are you just gonna hover behind the party?
Hover
the only
behind the
thing.
party for now.
Okay. All right.
But
yeah, you get
Callista,
up
Callista, you'll need to tell me where you need to be to do your thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I can. Most of my spells work, within 60 feet at the very, least. So.
Don't fall.
So at that point, Basil is gonna, take a deep breath and yell out, "Thrax! Thrax! 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 I've come for you, you bastard ape! Ape! Ape!"
Nice. All right. Well, clearly the apes in the center look up, and they start pounding their chest. Go ahead, roll a d6.
Or
Okay. Yeah, they start pounding their chests, in a show of strength.
and he says, "Your retribution for the murder you have committed has come. You have slain our friends dear to us, and you shall pay, pay, pay." Yes.
I really hope he's not behind us.
Mike,
Yeah,
roll
sorry.
a d6.
All right.
Mike, I'm going to have to ask you to stop giving Daniel ideas.
2.
Oh, no ranger in the party this time, right?
No.
Nope.
No
Okay,
ranger.
well, then. Yeah, he doesn't need to give me ideas. Don't worry about it, Rush. I'm 2 steps ahead of you. You hear the crunching of snow behind you as you white apes crest the back. I mean, this is their land. You know that they saw you coming, flying carpet back and forth 3 or 4 times.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they crest the back, and you are surprised as they fall upon Bal, Muda, and Basil. But Thrax is not here. There's just regular white apes, and there are 6 of them.
Yay!
So
6
That looks like
behind
the-
us?
Yep, they climbed up the back. They're not behind you anymore.
Yes.
All right, so I'll do it this way. First one, it's Muda. Well, that's not very good. Well, not good for them, which is good for you. Armor class 9, so that misses. Ooh, second attack. The second one is a 19. That hits. I'm sure. Take a look. And the third one is hitting armor class 5.
Yeah, I'm class 6. So
You are okay. So you get struck twice. Hold on. Why did I roll 3 times?
I don't know.
because you really like me.
No, I think they have 2 attacks. But I just want to make sure.
You like me.
You were
really,
just
really
on a
like me.
roll.
I was on a roll. Da-da-da-da, the puns are good. I didn't write down how many attacks they have. Hold on a second. I think they have 2
Puns will
attacks,
get
that's
you
why.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I turn
Try to
around
take
just
minus.
at the point where they hit me in the head with the club.
Right.
If you didn't write down how many attacks they have 0 attacks.
Well, they might have 3, so I just want to make sure. Yeah, 2 attacks each. So first one hits you once, misses once, and hits once, and the second one hits you once, and a 3 misses. Okay, so each one hits you 1 time for a d6 plus 1 each. For a total of 10 points of damage.
Ow.
Okay, let me keep track of this. These 2 are on Muda. Okay, on Bale. First one, 5 is going to hit anything. Second, miss. Wow, you got a sucky one. Wow, Bale. Well, your ape is terrible and misses every time. Against Basil, You have really good armor class, so it's going to be hard to hit you. That's a 16. You're not using a shield, obviously, at this moment.
Armor class 0 right now.
Okay, so that's exactly what it needs. So it needs a 16 to hit you. First one hits you with 1 hit.
Yeah, I'm trying to heal you.
Hits you again. Second one. Oh, wow. Okay, wow, you get to hit 3 times. Although you have armor. Oh, I have to do them separately because each attack gets
Yeah,
defense, right?
loses
Okay,
2
so the
points.
first one does 7 points.
So I take 5 instead.
Yeah, that's max damage. Second one though does 2, which means you take none, right?
Yep.
And third one does 5.
Okay. So
And
3 points.
yeah, so that is all 6 apes. This one's on Bale.
Well, that's pretty good.
This is on. Yeah, these guys aren't good enough. And then they're the lackeys. This one is on. You guys are both bees. So this is the one on Basil. Okay, and these 4 are below, so I know where I'm at. And so far, Thrax is nowhere to be found. All right, that was a surprise round. So you are no longer surprised, clearly, as you have been set upon by. You guys are up on the flying carpet going, "Where's the?" And then below you hear, "Ah!" And you look down, and you see your crew is being set upon. So, what would you like to do, Callista? Oh, and at this point, the ones in the middle, they start running towards the cliff area. So, Callista, what's your plan?
The ones that were in the bowl, are they like sort of in a group?
They're relatively close together. Yeah, they were eating an ox. They haven't run yet because they didn't go on that round because they were also in a sense surprised. They didn't know what was going to happen. So, yeah, they're still kind of in a group.
Okay. And how far away are they?
From you,
Yeah.
they're halfway, 250, 300 yards away, maybe.
Oh, okay, so they have to move quite a bit before they get to us. Okay. Before
Oh,
they
yeah.
get to the team. Okay, that's good. All right.
Yeah.
So she's going to cast enlargement then.
There you are.
Okay, on yourself.
No. She's going to cast it on Bale.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a range attack, right? We figured that. Range spell. We figured that out last time.
Say something
Yeah.
like, well,
You don't need potential because you're up in there. Vanessa, what are you doing?
I will try to cast a spell.
you're not.
All right. Basil, what's your plan? You are being set upon by apes.
I'm gonna drink my potion of heroism, heroic action.
Nice. All right. All right. This is about to be a slaughter. Muda.
Full dodge.
Okay. Makes sense.
Hard no. He said hard no. Well, it's hammer time.
All right. So you Milan. Okay. So, well, you know what? This is Basil's quest. So, Yang, roll initiative for the group.
Yeah.
They
You're the one
got
that
a
got us
5.
into this mess.
There you are. I'm gonna summon a dragon on you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're going to go first. All right. So they're going to do all the ones that were grouped together they're scattering into the caves. It'll take them a while to get to you if that's what they're doing. So I'm going to do the same thing. So Muda, you're dodging, so your AC is better by 2. Is that correct?
Should be, I think. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that hits an AC of 6, which misses you now because you're dodging. Which means that also misses. That's going to hit, though, with the 13, which is armor class 3. And that'll miss. All right, so you get whacked once. Minimum damage, 2 points. Your dodging is effective. Well,
Woohoo!
your guys can't hit crap. Nope, once again.
It's
Oh,
because I'm scary.
You are what I just critted. Okay, that's the first guy.
Oh, thanks.
And miss. Well, so far you've been attacked 6 times and missed 5, but critted once. So that's not too bad. Ooh, but a 6 on the crit die, which for a monster is triple damage.
Triple
Holy crap, okay.
damage.
Yeah.
This is gonna be
Oh my
great.
God.
Would you roll like a
Can
5?
you read that?
Nice.
Oh, really?
Very nice.
So 3 plus 1, 4. Damn. You are lucky today. All right. That misses our cataphract by a mile, so does that. There's that. That's a 4. And that's a 5. Okay. Well, they're rolling like crap now. They totally miss you, Basil. And it's to the players. Let's see. Malay goes first. So, Bale.
All right. So the one
Yep.
that hits me.
Yeah, you're not big yet. So,
No. One that hits me, I'm gonna rain the hammer on him. So I think I only get one attack this time, correct?
that's correct.
I don't know what I need to hit him. Whoops. Might help if I roll the right die, eh?
That was a good strike check, though.
Let's try that again. Yeah, really.
Well,
I'm pretty sure I hit him.
that's a crit. At
With
power
max
class negative
damage.
11.
That is a
Max
crit
damage.
Oh,
with
wow.
max damage.
Max damage and the crit too.
Wow.
Oh, wait a minute.
Okay.
Is it max damage?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that means you rolled maximum on the die. So roll a d6
That's
to
on
see
one of
what.
them.
On one of them, yeah.
Max on one of them. Okay. So / roll d6. I got a 3.
Okay, so it looks like you rolled a 3 and a 6, so 9 basically. And a 3 is for a fighter
that's
is
okay.
double damage, so 18, and then plus your bonuses. Is that what that is, right? Your 2 rolls are.
Yeah, I don't know. I always thought double damage was just double the damage number, but you said
Well, it's not
before
double
the
your. It's
bonuses.
double the dice. Yeah.
Okay, so the 2 dice were 3 and 6 for 9.
Right. So
And then
9.
I
So
have-
18, and then your damage bonus is
Plus 6, yeah.
plus 6.
24,
Okay.
I think.
All right. Well, you obliterate. There's 2. It would have killed either one. I'll let it kill the the highest.
Yeah. So to make sure I got it right, 15 damage, and then we take the 3 and the 6 and we double that
That's right.
for
Right.
18
So
more.
24.
Holy-
No.
No, it should be over
No.
30.
You just add to the damage you already wrote there, basically. Because this thing already
Oh.
rolled damage for you, so then you just double the dice again. So your dice was 8. No, your dice was 9.
I
Just add
gotcha.
9 to it, so 24.
Okay,
So 24 damage kills that guy.
sweet. Yep. So after getting hit, I just turn at him and I just bellow,
Yep.
and I
Nice.
just and crush his head into oblivion.
Yeah, that obliterates that guy. All right, nice. That's a good way to go. I think you were the only Malay.
That's right. Look at that, monkeys.
Ah, yeah, might
Is
roll 'em around,
quaffing
killing
a
somebody
potion,
quickly.
is that a full action or is it like move?
Well, you'll go phase 2, basically, so you'll get to go after everybody else. So, I mean, you got to pull it out, so I'm going to say it'll take the whole round, probably. Yeah. You can do something else, like swap a weapon or something if you want, but you won't be able to attack. Missile goes next, which nobody's doing. Right? And then we got magic, which is drinking the potion. That's fine. And we got a couple of spells. We got the enlargement spell. So you get big, Bale. You're 1.5 times, right?
Does Bale actually drink that?
No, they
Or-
cast a spell on me. I
No,
didn't even-
Callista cast it.
Oh, nice.
I had no
Yeah.
idea this was even coming, so I'm probably going to
Yeah.
be just like, "Ah!"
Yeah. You'll drink your potion, which the effect will happen immediately, of course.
I wasn't going to drink it.
No, not
It's
you.
actually a pill,
Young.
so he has to dry
a
swallow
pill.
it.
Oh, it's a pill. You know what? If it's a pill, I'll say you can do something after. Because your pill is, it's not like you have to uncork a portion.
Yeah, the super heroic was a pill. Yeah.
Yeah, so since it's a pill, Young, I'll say you can still act, but it'll be second
Yep.
phase. So everything else will happen
Yep.
first. So
Sorry.
you take your
Pops a
pill.
pill.
Yeah. Panesta, spell.
Yeah, I was gonna do my Inspire Allies Bard ability, which I
Oh, so
believe
you
is
start singing or something.
I am going to start reciting a poem.
Okay.
That'll take effect round 3.
Okay.
And I
once
can't
was a
cast
man from
spells, but I can
Nantucket.
still attack.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So then they already went. So phase 2 will happen, which is the guys at the bottom continue to run. That's fine. They get further than they were going. They're taking their whole action to double run. But now, Basil, you can go.
So the pill gives him fighting ability, 2 fighting abilities per level. So his fighting ability shoots up by 12, and his regular fighting ability is 6. So it shoots up to
What?
18. Is that
doesn't
right,
sound right.
Mister?
I don't even know if you can have a fighting ability of
Oh, well,
18.
I
That
listed
doesn't
potion
seem
of
possible.
heroic action. I actually think I did the wrong one because
The heroic
Well,
action?
I would look at it. I mean, I don't think the fighting ability goes that high.
it should have been
it only goes
potion
to
of
12.
super heroic action. Actually,
Okay.
Super heroic action. Okay. We'll
I
look it
did
up.
the wrong one.
Oh, okay.
It increases the
just-
drinker's fighting ability on a sliding scale according to his level.
5 through 8, I'm looking at +2 fighting ability per hit die.
5th or 6th level plus 4 fighting ability / hit die.
No, it's not per hit die.
It's
Your
not per hit die.
goes up.
You also get
It's
that
fighting
much
ability,
many
and
hit
you
die.
get the hit dice. You get temporary hit points.
So what do I get?
Your fighting
get
ability
plus-
goes up by 4, and you also get
Okay.
4 temporary hit dice, I believe, right?
Yes, hit dice and hit points are increased temporarily using
Ooh.
the appropriate HD type.
Okay.
Right, so
I gotta
And
basically
any
roll
roll,
yourself
damage
some
comes
temp
off
hit
the
points,
temporary
yeah.
points. Yep.
Yeah.
I gotta roll 4d10 then, right?
Yep, and those will be your temp hit points, and all damage will come off of that first. And your fighting ability will go up by 4, so it's 6 right now, right? So it'll go up to 10.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice!
I
Holy
gained
crap!
21.
God damn! All right, yeah, you get 21 hit points.
Hold on a
Um,
second.
That's awesome.
And I would
Okay.
imagine if you have a con bonus, it doesn't say that, but I would say the con bonus should be affected well because that's
Yeah.
part of your hit dice. So
Yeah, he
um,
doesn't have con bonus, so it's
okay.
just straight
and
up.
then your hit dice. So now you are a 10 fighting capability. Holy crap!
Yeah, and then
Wow.
he looks really angry, and he pulls out his double sword,
Nice.
two long swords.
2 long swords. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Good. You can attack with one of them this round because that's a lot to do.
Okay,
So,
hold on a
yeah, go
second.
for it.
Here we go.
Make one attack
Longsword primary.
by changing your fighting ability to 10. That's so crazy,
Yeah.
man. Fighting ability
Really
10
good.
is like off the charts. What? That can't be right.
What did I do?
You must have rolled incredibly low if that's the case.
Looks like you rolled a 5.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
well, you rolled incredibly low.
Yep.
Wow. Ah. Well, AC 6 does not hit.
Yeah,
That's so weird,
hitting-
though. Do you have a negative bonus? Oh, you have a negative because of your two-handed weapon. Okay, that's why.
But even still, hitting an AC 6 on a 5 is pretty.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying.
That's-
At fighting ability 10, you hit an AC 5 at 5. That's why I was like, it's wrong, but it's because he's doing two-weapon
Oh.
fighting.
Gotcha.
Okay. I just want to make sure I was doing the right math. Yeah, your Thaco is 10 at that. Yeah. Nice. That's like so nuts. Yeah, you're
That's
gonna have some
awesome.
crazy hits as this thing goes on. Okay. They had one initiative, right? So now we're down to the next round. You see that the the ones at the bottom are going to keep running, and the ones up here are fighting you. Let me roll this. Okay, nope. All right. So what's everybody doing? Calista.
How far away are the group that's running now?
I mean, they've gotten like maybe like 100 yards closer. They're sprinting, but they're not running right at you. They're running towards the edge of the thing, towards the caves.
Oh, they're running towards the caves.
Yeah, I mean, you would imagine that because they're not really getting. I mean, they're coming towards you, but not a beeline. They're kind of going towards the.
Okay. Callista's gonna cast Fireball on that group.
Okay. Well, now they're scattered a bit, so we'll see. Let me see. Roll a d4 to see how many of them are clustered together. But I'll give you at least 2 even if you roll 1. Oh, there you go. Yeah, they're still all close together, I guess. They're like, spread out! And they're just running together. No, you spread out! All right, go for it. Roll yourself a fireball damage against these guys. Yes.
Oh, okay.
They get
Oh.
a save, right?
I thought we were just in.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I got excited because it was fireball. Presto, what are you doing?
Singing, and I'm gonna do missile. I
Okay.
can't do spells
You can
while I'm
sing
singing.
and missile. You can't do a spell because you're singing.
I know exactly.
Basil, what's your plan, Superman?
Melee.
All right. Goddamn. I love that potion. Buddha.
Looking very scared and dodging.
Val.
Oh, you know what I'm doing.
All right. It's hammer time, and you get to attack this round, right? Okay, so
Yes.
all right, Basil. Roll initiative. They got 3.
All right, here we go. Roll d6. 4.
All right, you guys go first. Melee happens first, so I'm just gonna go to our seat here. Basil.
It's a
Go for
second
it.
round with the melee, so he gets 2 primary attacks and 1 offhand. Here we go.
Yep. Let's see it. What? You are rolling terribly, but you still hit it every single time. I can't believe how bad you're rolling, but at least you're hitting. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that kills one of them.
Okay.
Just kills one of them, actually. Wow. All right. I want to see some like negative 27 armor class with that kind of. Okay, that's good. Basil. No, I'm sorry, Val.
Alright.
You only have one in front of you, but it's a pretty close melee. So if you do happen to hit one and kill it, I'll let you switch, but you'd have to wait till the second phase to attack.
Okay. All right. I was gonna split my attacks off the top anyway, but
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But you can
I'm-
always just not do it if you
yeah. Well,
just because there's only one on you. So you would have to move between what you can do, but it'll be second phase.
okay. So there's no way I can attack both at the same time from where I'm standing.
You can't attack 2 at the same time from where you're saying. That's correct. There's only one on you currently.
Okay, I will just attack him then.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, make one attack, and if he dies, you can always attack in second phase.
Yeah. Boom.
Oh, minimum damage, but still really good. It does not kill him though.
Yeah. And second one.
That hits. That kills him. Okay, yeah, you drop one guy. Well, you're that one's not as good, but you roll like really well on your 2 hits. That's what's gonna come forward with that.
So
Fighting
I'm
ability
just
10. Holy crap! All right, that's awesome. It's gonna happen. I want to see like these like triple attacks. Missile. That would be
Right.
Podesta.
Yep, my boomerang.
So there's 3 of these guys that are close enough for a boomerang attack.
Okay.
2 of them are on Muda, trying to chop him to pieces, and Muda seems to be scampering around. And then there's one on Basil.
All right, well, I'm after one of the ones on Muda.
I was
Okay.
just supposed to be shooting my bow. That's all I was supposed to be doing.
Why do plans not
One.
ever work out right?
Yes.
That hits armor class. I rolled a. Let's see. 2.
Oh, that definitely hits, yeah.
Okay.
Are you attacking the bigger one or the smaller one?
Let's go for the small one first.
Okay.
For 6 points of damage.
Okay.
4 plus
That
2.
whacks him in the head and he looks up.
Yep.
These guys don't talk. They're not intelligent like that. Okay. Missile. You're the only missile, I believe. Because Mood is dodging, right? And that leaves us with spells. All right, Galesta. Let's see that fireball.
Yeah.
These guys like spread out, and then they realized there was the one exit was close, and they all screw back together.
Yeah. She takes out a piece of yellowish crystal sulfur from her pouch and crushes it, and then tosses forward a fireball.
Oh, stinky.
And
All right, they get a. Do you want me to make one save for all of them, or do you want individual saves? How do you like it?
I'm gonna say 1 save.
Okay. 15. Of course, I don't know their save. Let's see. Save. Do they get they can use their avoidance, right? If they have that. Whatever they call it, the dexterity,
Yes.
basically. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm looking under spells, not under monsters. That's why they're not under the. What? Let's see. Oh no, their save is 15, so they make the save. Still take half damage, which would be 12. They look very, very hurt, but none of them are dead. But they're all very hurt. Nice.
Oh, that's something.
Yeah. Yeah, you've definitely really hurt them. And of course, now they're even more aggressively running towards the cave. So like, oh!
Sorry.
They have that like burnt butt that you see like in cartoons as they're like running towards the cave.
Cute little butcher.
And everybody's gone, right? Because Mood is just dodging.
Oh, does that mean I could change my portrait?
Yeah, I
Alright.
think so.
Okay. Well, there's none on Bal. There's one on Basil. It's going to attack. Gets 2 attacks. It misses. And misses. Wow, they cannot hit you, Basil. On Muda. Ooh, 17 is going to hit. It's not even that like your armor class is that good. Like I'm literally rolling against Basil like 5s and 6s, and against Muda I'm rolling like 16s and 17s. Yeah, it's like just your luck of okay, that missed you.
Yeah.
Oh no, the second guy sucks. Okay, so the first guy hit you twice though, unfortunately.
Oh,
Ooh, 6 points.
Oh, here we go.
Muda's the
Okay,
healer.
change
Don't let Muda go down.
Oh.
Yeah, Muda gets whacked, and that is the end of that round. So coming to the next round, Callista, what would you like to do? These guys are still outside; they're running, and then of course there's 3 guys fighting your group down below.
Okay. And how many are heading for those caves?
The same 4 that you had before. Now they're spreading out.
Okay. She's gonna cast Hold Person on them.
Okay, how do I know who
Okay. Well,
owned portrait?
Panessa.
A missile again.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Basil.
Okay, that'll be-
Melee, please.
Okay. Muda.
I think I'd like to pray.
Okay. Bal.
Melee.
Okay. Yong.
Yeah, nothing.
Initiative. They got a 1. That's good for you guys.
Owned portrait.
We got 5.
All right. Excellent. Yeah, you definitely want to win initiative when somebody's casting a spell. Melee. Basil. One in front
Yes,
of you.
sir. 1 primary, 1 secondary.
That hits. Now we're getting them. There you go. And that kills him, actually.
Okay,
That was a weak one.
12.
Very well done.
And I move towards Muda if I'm allowed to move.
Yeah, you can move in the second phase. So you'll be there for the next round.
Okay.
Bell.
I am going to attack the ones that are punching on Muda.
Okay. Go for it.
And I'm going to shout as I go over there. I'm going to say, Muda, get behind me.
Oh, it's the 3rd round, so you guys get a +1 to your attacks too.
Oh, is it the 3rd round? Okay. Add 1 to your attack.
Oh, speaking of which, did I ever
Mhm.
get huge?
Yeah, you're big.
Does it affect my ability to hit?
Yeah. Don't think so. You do extra damage.
Not your ability to hit, but you do 50% extra damage.
Because
Oh,
my
more
+1
damage.
is to attack and damage rolls in melee combat.
What's the bonus that we get? Just 1, right?
For me,
+1
just
to
one.
attack and damage for the song.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
Sorry. And
Oh.
then Bell will get 50%, 150% damage. And that will be the whole thing.
All right.
So that
I
takes
do get-
everything into account because you're big.
all right. So I do get +1 to attack then.
That's correct.
Yes.
All right. Please remind me when it's over so I can take this number back out. All
Yes.
right. Here we
As
go.
long as I keep singing.
Well-
Singing. All right. So I go, Muda, get behind me. And I go swing.
Oh, crap.
Oh yeah. Not today, Satan. That's awesome.
That's right.
Okay, did you attack the one that is the smaller one or the larger one that's on Buddha?
I'm gonna say if you're keeping track, it would have been the one of the ones on Muda that was closest to me. I would say if you want to high low that one or however you want to do
Okay,
it.
or bigger, smalls.
I'm kind of like in a just rage right now, so
All right, so we'll say small will be odd and big will be even.
okay.
1, so small. That kills him.
Sweet. I'm just
Nice.
like, get behind me, Muda, poof, and another ape head explodes.
Get behind these, Muda. Missile fire. Podesta. Up top with the
Alright.
boomerang. There's
Top
only
with
one
the
more of these apes.
Well, I rolled a natural 20.
Oh!
Sweet.
Oh man,
Alright.
we're really kicking butt.
Get a D6 for the crit.
D6. Yep. 2.
2, so +2. You're a thief type.
Okay. And that's +2 plus the +2 for the boomerang already, right?
That's correct.
So +4.
Additional +2.
Ooh, 8 points of damage.
Nice. This guy's pretty big, so it does
Yeah.
not take him out, but he's definitely very hurt. And magic. So, I almost called you Sorker. Callista, what is the area of hold person? Because they started spreading out after you hit them with the fireball. So they might not all be together at this point. If there's an area effect, we'll have to do a little roll. Unless it's 60 feet, then they can't move any further than that. Their movement's only 30. Actually, no, the movement's 40, so unless it's 80 feet, because they could just possibly spread out. Crystal?
Oh, I'm sorry. I spaced out there for a second. I was just doing hold person, so
Right.
yeah.
What's the area that it affects because they spread out?
Oh, I'm sorry. 120 feet. Groups many 4 individuals.
Oh, they're way too far away for you. You can't hit them 120 feet away.
Oh,
they're like,
okay.
They're like 200 yards away. You can't get them with that.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh darn. So do I waste that
You just-
spell then?
Well, no. I mean, I'm sure you would know that you can't hit them with that spell. That's fine. I will
if
say though that you started to cast it and then you wasted the turn because you were planning on it
Okay.
and you realized they were too far away.
All right, that's fair.
Then, from the side that you didn't see because he was sneaking up, and because he saw the power, unfortunately, of you earlier, you are being targeted, Callista, by a javelin that's flying through the air.
I have shield up.
Yeah, you do. That was a terrible attack. So that misses. But he gets 2 attacks. So he's going to throw a second javelin. He should get 4 attacks since he has 4 arms, but that's a 12. The 12 hits armor class 0. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that will hit me.
A 3 would not have hit you. 3 doesn't hit you. Okay. All right, so you're going to get hit with a javelin, but you went first, so you won't lose your spell. And for him, his weapons do 4d4 damage. So 4, 8, plus 2 is 10, plus 2, 12. You take 12 points of damage as a javelin rips through you
Ow.
from the side. And you probably, everybody can roll a d6 to see if you see where it came from, because he's pretty far away. He's coming up the side of the embankment, is Thorax. So, yeah. Well, obviously you see him, Crystal. And I'm probably Panesta does as well, yeah. But the rest of the party. He's about 80 yards away, off to the side.
I look at. Yeah, do you want me to land, Callista? So he can't.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
All right. So next round. So yeah, if you guys saw him, then you can obviously react to that. If not, then you don't know he's there. You just know that Callista got. Well, you actually don't even know that you're fighting on the ground. So Callista, what would you like to do this round?
I'm gonna cast light upon him.
Light. Okay.
And I'm just gonna cast it on him. I'm not trying to blind him. I'm just trying to hit him with light.
Okay. Fair enough. Nesta, what's your plan?
Can I get him with the boomerang? Or is he too far away?
He's 80 yards away. So if your range is 80, then yes. Light's range is not far enough to reach him again. So he's 80 yards away, which is 240 feet.
Oh.
Almost
medium
Spell ranges don't change out outside.
He's medium range
I
for
forgot
me.
about that.
Holy crap, 80 yards is medium range for a boomerang?
It's actually 100
Boomerang goes
yards is medium.
super far. Yeah.
50, 100, 150.
Yeah, boomerang is pretty badass.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll throw it at him.
All right, so
Like your
Basil,
NFL quarterback can't throw that far.
They're not me, are
awesome.
they?
They are not.
Basil, what's your plan?
Kidding.
There's one guy
I roll initiative 5. So, and he will do melee
Well,
on the
okay.
guy that's standing.
Okay, Muda, what's your plan? Oh, you never got to cast your spell. Sorry, I skipped over you.
That's
last
fine.
round.
Apparently,
You
Rel
cast your spell
doesn't
from last
care.
round. Rel doesn't care if you call on him.
Rel doesn't care. So
Well, yeah, go ahead and cast your spell from last round, and then what do you want to do this round?
I was going to cast Bless.
Okay. So that
So-
gives everybody another bonus, I think.
Yeah, it gives everybody a +1 morale versus fear and a +1 attack bonus.
Nice. Well, you got lots of bonuses are stacking. Go ahead, Crystal.
Okay, since I can't cast light, I would instead like to cast. I'm just gonna cast Magic Mirror this time.
Mirror image? Or is this
Mirror image, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Now there's a whole lot of you
Mirror
guys
image.
on
I
there.
don't know.
But-
I don't know where Magic Mirror came from.
I don't know, it could be another spell, I was just making sure. And Bell,
Yeah.
Bell, what would you like to do? There's one guy on the ground. Unless you saw the big ape, which I don't think anybody did.
So there were 6 of them that attacked us, right?
That is correct. There's only one left because you guys are badasses.
All right. Well, guess what? That ain't gonna
Assuming
last
you're
long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
melee.
assuming. All right.
Oh, it's a
all
good
right.
assumption.
So you rolled a 5 for initiative, y'all. And you roll. Ooh, they got a 6 this time then.
Damn
All right.
it!
So there's one guy. He might actually run. I'm gonna roll his morale. Well, actually, yeah. He's not gonna get away. He's not stupid. I mean, he's stupid, but he's not that stupid. He's going to target Muda still because Muda is the most easy target up here in front of him.
Told you to get behind me.
Sure, go after the scrawny guy.
Next time,
Well, I mean,
what-
he's not stupid. Okay, so 11 hits armor class 5, which hits you, right? Yeah. So you get whacked twice. This guy, 8 points.
Holy crap!
Muda's getting beat.
Hey, I told him to get behind me. He didn't listen.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, I'm dropping to the ground. I'm spasming. I'm still alive.
Oh man.
Told him I had this, man.
Oh shit. Okay, Basil, a javelin rips through your armor.
Oops.
Only one though. Another one flies by. I mean, you got a 19 on the die. I know that hit you. I don't look it up. All right, so yeah, it rips right through your armor, which you're probably wondering where the hell it came from, but 8. You have tons of extra hit points. So 12. Yeah. 13. 13 points of damage. As the javelin rips through, and then a second one flies by. And probably as you turn, you can see that he's about 80 yards away. And he's charging at you, the
Damn.
Thrax.
I hope
Okay.
he doesn't have too many more of those.
Yeah, he's got 4 arms, and he's got one of them is like the 2 at the bottom are like holding a bunch of javelins. He's got 10 of them total. So far he's thrown.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
4.
Okay.
But he's charging at you. He does more damage in hand to hand, so he's gonna get closer. He just saw her up in the air, so he wanted to go after the magic user. But the shield spell, the magic missile spell, has convinced him that wasn't a good idea. And that's him. That's actually all of them. The other guys run. Do they get to a cave this time? Yeah, the other guys run into a cave. So now it's your turn. Melee, there's nobody left. No, there's one guy left in melee. So Basil.
Yeah, he's gonna melee him.
You get +1.
Okay. 1,
And a
Well, and
plus
plus one for the
me.
bless. Yeah. So
3.
+2.
Yeah, I put all of that in there already.
Nice.
So yeah,
Oh, crap.
that's 14
Wow.
points of damage total.
Holy crap. Okay. You hit like crazy, but it doesn't actually kill.
Oh wow.
Damn it.
Yeah, that guy's still up. Well, I mean, it's not like Bell wants to hit something. Bell wants to hit something.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at that. It's like I rolled 1 for the damage for the last hit. Yep.
Shit. I already said melee too, didn't I?
Yeah. Well, what else would you do?
Well, if this thing looks really, really hurt, I would just break into a run toward Thrax.
Okay. I mean, you can close the distance. You won't be able to get to him. You won't be able to attack him, I should say, this round, but you can turn
Yeah.
around and run at him if you want.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
He is bigger. Does that affect his movement at all?
I just want to close the distance away from javelins suck because I can't hit back.
That's true.
So
All right,
That's
now
like- that's free attacks for him as far as I'm concerned.
Oh man, I should
It
have
is,
let Bale hit him first.
Yeah.
That's fine. You turn and you run towards him. Does he move any faster because he's in large? I mean, maybe I'm abstracting the movement at this point. You'll get to him.
I'm gonna
Because
say
he's
no
turn-
because
you're
isn't
running
there
at each other.
snow?
Yeah, I mean, this is not your
There's-
terrain. And
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say you're gonna get to each other anyways because that's epic. You're charging. He's got his arms flailing. You have your hammer.
Yeah.
In the back, Basil's like, "Oh, I'm gonna cut this guy to pieces." You know, this whole
Yeah.
thing's going.
Don't
down.
worry, there'll be some left by the time you get here.
However, you did leave Muda by himself with the ape.
Oh God.
No, Basil's still there, isn't he?
Yeah,
do you think
Basil's
he could
fighting-
stay with
Yeah,
him?
Basil's fighting him.
Basil's gonna try and like step between Muda and that creature if he could.
Thanks, guys.
I think there's actually a move to do that, but I think you're supposed to have a shield. But it's fine. We can say you can do that. Okay, that was melee. Well, was anybody? Oh, Penusta was doing a missile, right?
It
Are you
was.
throwing
Yeah.
a missile at Thrax?
That was the idea.
All right,
That's what I had said.
Yes.
nice.
Focus fire.
Well, there's only one guy left at this point.
Please.
Uh,
You need to roll
plus-
some points.
that hits armor class. +3, +2. -3.
That misses. No, I'm just kidding. That hits.
I mean, the
She's
boomerang
like,
doesn't
"Hey."
do a ton of damage, but
He's like, quit playing.
it's pretty good at
Every
hitting.
bit helps.
It only takes 1 point to kill somebody.
That's
5
right.
points.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's good. 5 points. Okay. 6 points. Okay, good. Yeah, he's tough. He's not that tough. I mean, every little bit
I
helps.
hit my caster with a javelin, so
Yeah,
I'm
you
mad
did.
at him now.
And then you're gonna cast mirror image, which is fine. That
Mhm.
happens. I guess you hadn't cast it yet, so he probably could have javelined you again. But I already said what he did. So, and
The carpet feels very crowded all of a sudden.
yeah, it does. Luckily, you're lucky. I rolled. He wasn't smart enough to know the carpet could get damaged, so he didn't target the carpet. So, someday you will fight somebody who's smarter than him.
I would totally have potion of healing my carpet.
Oh yeah, you got to push it on the carpet. I think that's everybody. Muda, you're just dodging, right? Or do you do something different this round?
I'm trying to grab my prayer wheel.
Right, that's what I thought. Okay. Well, yeah.
As he's-
you got-
Pawing at the snow. Where's the
all right. Yeah.
damn wheel? Hurts.
Go ahead and cast your spell.
Cast
Oh,
my
God, poor
spell.
Muda. Go for it. Yeah.
There we go.
Uh,
Ooh,
There it is. Nothing wrong with that.
I'll take that.
Wow. Oh, that was a cure moderate.
Yes.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good cure moderate. I thought that was a cure
I
light.
did no.
Ouch. Oh, Moody.
Well, it's kind of hard to spin that prayer wheel with a shattered arm, you know.
How many dice do you roll for that? Isn't it like
2d8.
2d8?
Yeah.
I'm looking at like roll of 6 and 0. How do you get 0 for that?
yeah, I'm seeing that too.
I
Yeah,
don't
0
know.
for the
Zero.
second roll.
I don't know.
That's not correct, sir.
Yeah, I think you need to.
Yeah, roll another d8. Although I think the reason why it does that is because in order to figure out the dice, it actually rolls. No, you rolled a d1, didn't you?
What
No,
was
you rolled a
that?
D8. There you go.
Hey,
Have-
7's better than 6, buddy.
That's
have
right.
one more point. No, but I think the way it actually does the math, it actually rolls to get an average. It rolls 0 to 9 kind of thing. Like it's like a weird. But it is. But yeah, you shouldn't be able to roll 0 though. That doesn't make any sense. So clearly it was wrong. So in any case,
Clearly,
you can add that one extra point.
I will. I'll add that one extra
I
point.
will,
Enjoy it.
Bucky.
Yeah.
It only takes 1
Yeah.
point to live.
That's right.
Yeah, shield covered my ally.
I'll
So
slip
I'm
that-
going to allow. Yeah,
I'll-
all right.
I'll slip that dislocated shoulder back into place a minute.
Yeah. 6. Oh, no,
Alright.
it's a 7. Oh, okay. Pops dislocated finger back.
All right, that's it because they went first. That's that round, right? All right, so coming into the next round, there's many Calestas on the flying carpet. What would you like to do?
Callista's gonna say, get us a little closer to Panesta, and assuming that we're gonna move closer, then she's gonna try to hit the ape with hold person.
Nice. Yeah, and it's closer now. It's only about 40 yards away because it closes distance with the bell. Panesta, what are you doing?
I'll do more boomerang, still singing.
Okay. So you can do a boomerang. You're also directing the carpet and singing. That is a multitasker. I like that.
I am multitasking, yes.
It's like singing in the car. I see
He
no
like-
issue with this happening.
No, I
You
don't
like-
see the problem either, except for the boomerang part. Basil.
She,
Well, I don't have to if you'd rather. I can
No,
just
I'm
sing
just kidding.
and move
no,
it.
no.
Yeah, yeah.
No, it doesn't say that
She's-
you have to control the boomerang by talking to it, so you can do it.
she
I do
sings
like
out the
carpet rather.
directions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume that when you're connected to the carpet, when you're sitting on it, you just kind of like think it and it goes.
Yeah.
Basil.
Basil's gonna do melee, and if he's able to drop that creature soon, then he's gonna switch weapon to bow.
Definitely better with the bow. Still, though, you're pretty badass. Muda, what's your plan? You got this one guy on you.
Hey, creature's still alive? Shit,
Oh,
I'm
it
still
is, yes.
dodging.
Yeah.
He's rolling around in the snow.
Yeah.
Because Bell was gonna hit it, and then he turned around and ran after the bigger one.
Shit.
So Bell,
You see-
I
Buddha's
think I'm
like-
being rescued, and I look and it's still there. I'm
Oh
I'm
my God.
rolling.
Buddha's like 2 rolls to the left, snow angel. 2 rolls to the right, snow angel.
I'm assuming you're meleeing the 4-armed ape at this point.
If
Bell?
I can get there, hell yeah.
Oh, you're charging at each other like it's like a superhero punch. All right, so Young,
Sweet.
initiative. You got 2.
Please.
Oh
please
no!
No, stop. Don't tell me
Oh.
you rolled a 1.
Good.
Rolled 1.
God dang it, man.
All right. So ape
Can't
on
depend on you
Muda.
for nothing.
Ooh, 13. Now I
Was
want
it,
to check this thing because you did say that you were going to do the.
Yeah.
You're
Step in front
blocking
of
this guy from hitting Muda, right? I'm going to
Yeah.
allow it even though you don't have a shield because I'm nice like that. I just don't know how it works, so I have to see it. Shield cover for ally. Combatant beyond the shield can defend an adjacent. Oh, missile shooting out. Oh, no, okay. Oh no, that only works if you're against missile. No. Yeah, it only works for. Hold on. Oh, you lose your. Okay, that's fine. No, that's okay. I'll allow it. So basically, you're gonna lose your.
Offhand.
Do you have a dex
I mean,
bonus for?
Yes, I do have Dex bonus.
Okay, so that'll be
3.
you'll lose that for your armor class this round, but it'll be applied to Muda. So what's your
Okay.
AC? If you what is it?
My Dex bonus is 3.
All right, so what does that make your AC, Muda? If you get 3 better on it,
Yeah, that would make it 3.
it makes AC sit 3. Okay, good, nice.
Well, plus I'm actively dodging, so it would put it at
Oh.
1.
Okay, well, perfect because that would hit otherwise. Okay, so missed and missed. Okay, yeah, nice, effective. Okay, and nothing's attacking you obviously, so it wasn't really too much of a sacrifice. Thrax runs forward. Bale with a giant hammer. The ape with the giant fists.
Did I get extra hit points from getting big too? I'm sorry.
I do not think so.
Okay. I couldn't remember.
Did he, Crystal? I think you just do extra damage.
No
bonus or
extra hit
something.
points. No, yeah, just extra damage.
Okay.
I do like that as a feature. That in DCC it does that, but
Yeah. That's where I'm used to. I'm used to it
Yeah.
with the yeah.
Yeah, everybody's always picking making people big in DCC. One of the spells. Okay.
All right.
Albino, superior. Okay, well, he drops his javelins and he pounds you or tries to pound you with 4 fists.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right. So, what's your armor class?
My armor class is 4.
Okay. Oh, that's not very good. Okay, he needs an 8 to hit you.
An 8?
Yep. 9 hits. Hits. It landed on his side. Hits. Hits. Oh my god. It charges at you, and he just like with all
Yeah.
4 pistols at once.
Well, with an
He-
8, yeah, I didn't realize it's gonna
Yeah.
be
He's
that easy.
he's 8 hit test. Yeah. He oh god. Okay.
Yeah, this is gonna be bad.
Okay, so he hit you 4 times.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. 6 points. 5 points. This isn't too bad. 6 points
That's pretty bad.
and 10 points.
That's pretty bad. So 16. Let's see, 15 and 12. So that's 27.
Yep.
Oof.
He's like,
Do you have any damage reduction?
Oh, I don't
Because
know.
each
not
hit
really.
will get damage reduction.
I have
not
ban-
if he's.
I have banded mail.
I don't think that is damage reduction.
No,
yeah, it does
my
actually.
DR. Oh, it does?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. 1.
How much?
So subtract 4 from all that damage.
Oh,
It's
well,
1 point per hit.
okay. I
Yeah.
need to mark that on my sheet then.
Yeah, you do. That's important.
All right,
I
yeah,
didn't realize
because
Bandit had that. Yeah.
I will likely not survive another round of that. Okay. So I went in there and I'm just like,
You stagger back, a little blood dripping down the side of your mouth. However,
I think a lot of blood's
Uh,
dripping down the side of my mouth. I just look like I picked a fight with Mike Tyson.
however, it is now it's now your turn. Well,
Okay, so I have a question. It's a mechanical question because I've never had to deal with this before.
right.
I usually don't play characters that end up with 2 attacks. So the last time I attacked, I only had 1 attack, but this is a different round and a different creature. Does it reset?
I think it does.
Right. Well,
actually.
it's based on the combat. So you didn't go on the round that you had 2 attacks because you ran. So
Yeah.
you're back to 1. It's not because you switched enemies. It's because once the combat starts.
Yeah, that's what I meant. It's
Yeah.
because I there was
'Cause
a
you
round
ran,
where
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
attack. So okay.
That's right. You didn't attack on the round that you could have attacked twice. So
Yeah.
we're back to 1 attack. Yeah.
Because that would
But
have been
next
a
attack
great
you'll be able
opener.
to do.
Yeah, I won't live that long. Okay, here we go.
You might. Yep. Go ahead. Oh hell yeah!
What's the blue?
That's really good.
the blue
Blue
means
means
I'm-
1 max and 1
One-
and
yep,
1 minimum.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So I got
really good.
1 6 and 1 1.
nice. That's very good. He kind of he winces as you hit him very hard with the hammer.
Yes.
And then also in melee would be Basil.
All right. So because I used the offhand to protect him, I only have my regular primary attacks this round. So I go 1 and 2.
No, but you only get 1 attack. That's right.
Nat 1.
No,
Oh.
it's the second attack of the 2. So he gets 2 with the primary and 1 with the offhand normally, but because he's using his offhand, he's going to lose that third attack.
Oh, it is the second. Oh, so then Rush should have been able to attack twice. Because you should be on the same rhythm.
Yeah,
So
but I
hold on,
didn't.
Rush.
I didn't attack. I didn't
Well-
attack the four-armed ape. I'm just protecting Muda right now. I'm killing that guy.
Yeah. See, he never stopped attacking. When it came my turn to hit,
Right. Okay.
I
fair enough.
turned and ran for
Right.
a round. or
Yeah, his
turn.
primary is 3/2. So this is his second round. So he gets that second attack.
Okay. Well, go ahead and roll a d12 there, Young.
All right.
Because you crit missed the first shot.
But I mean, if you want me
Ooh.
to,
Oh, no.
that's horrible.
Hit self.
Oh
Oh,
god.
no.
I have to write that down.
Hit self. A complete attack. I mean, it actually kind of works because you were defending, with your other hand. You somehow you swing wildly. Go ahead and okay. If combatant type is a fighter, there's a 1 in 8 chance you crit yourself. So roll a d8. If you get a 1, you crit yourself.
Oh my
Awesome.
gosh.
Okay,
Oh,
okay,
wow.
good. All right, so just roll yourself some regular damage against yourself.
Okay.
And of course, your second attack doesn't happen.
Oh no.
Right, so that guy's still
Basil
alive
is
back
his
there.
own worst enemy.
Yeah, so give yourself some damage. I mean, luckily you have damage
So
reduction
four,
and you have all the
four
extra hit points.
plus. Do I add my regular specialty, like all the?
Yep. You add all
bonuses
the
and
stuff you
stuff?
normally would do. Yep.
Yeah, you get
Okay.
a +1 from my
Yeah.
song too.
And
Oh,
the +1
boy.
from the song. Yeah. Complete attack mishap results in normal damage inflicted to self.
Okay.
No
so
further
that's two.
attacks for the rest of the round. So unfortunately, your other attack, which would have killed that guy, does not.
Yeah. So normally it would have been 6, but 2 of the damage gets absorbed. So 4 points of
Okay.
damage on him.
Ouch. you're still in the bonus hit points, I think, though, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That kill is awesome. Okay. And that was that. All right. So that was all the melees. And now we do missile. So that's the
Missile.
boomerang.
Yep.
Don't roll a 1, hit your ally with the missile.
Yeah, right. Do not want to do that.
Or hit yourself.
I did not roll a 1. Ooh, but I did not roll very well. +3, +2. Armor class. Well, armor class 3.
That hits. His HP is 4. So he's not that. He's just an ape.
Okay. For 6 points of damage, max.
Oh! Wow, okay. He is not looking great at this point. You can see a little bit of, blood coming out of one of his eyes as he keeps
Good.
repeatedly getting whacked in the head with the boomerang. And then spells will happen. Callista.
Callista pulls on a leather loop that she has and casts Hold Person upon him. He makes a sorcery saving throw at -2 because he's the only one that I'm casting it at.
Cool. Make sure that it works on him, of course. He's certainly not a person.
It says humanoids.
Okay.
It doesn't affect women, interestingly enough.
No women. Well, that's always good.
I'm-
Well, I mean, this is a woman, so there you go. Rex is clearly a female name.
Were you kidding?
It says
No,
men.
it probably says
humanoid.
man because
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it was a joke.
I love that there's a spell called Hold Vegetation. Hold person victims are frozen still motion.
I know for certain you cannot trust okra.
And giants. Okay, yeah, so that was definitely. 17 -2, so 15 is sorcery save. Is 13. Nope. If he makes it, just nothing happens, right?
Oh, he makes it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he makes it, I think nothing happens.
Yeah, he just shrugs it up.
Okay, nice. Go
He
ahead.
points at you, but he's pointing at the wrong one. Get your mirror image.
Yeah.
And that's that round. Wow, okay. Not much changed in the course of that round, but that's, I guess, good, right? Because Muda was dodging, so that's the end of Muda. All right, so coming to the next round, what would you like to do? Callista? Multiple Callistas?
And with that 13, that was counting the -2, right?
13 is his saving throw. He rolled a 17 on the die -2.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. All right. I'm gonna cast. Oh, dang. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try it again. Another Hold Person.
Okay. Yeah. Good spell. Vanessa.
Missile, same thing.
Okay.
Singing.
Basil.
Melee against this guy.
Okay. You still protecting Muda? Or no?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Muda.
Still dodging.
Okay. Bell.
I'm going to die, But first, I'm hoping to do more damage to Thrax
Nice.
with
Okay.
melee.
All right, roll initiative. You got a 5.
Oh, well, yeah. I'm just going to die then.
Oh. I mean, if you're gonna lose initiative, that's the way to do it.
Oh man, 1.
All right. So guy on Muda. Okay, that's a 16. Your armor class is 1 now.
Yeah.
Okay, that hits armor class 0. So he needs a 15 to hit you. So one attack hits you. The second one does not. 5 points. All right. Val,
It was a fun character.
he rolled a natural 1.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Roll me a d12.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Woohoo.
That could actually save your ass. Wow.
Yeah. Rel is with you.
That was with
Please
you.
let him
Come
hit
on.
himself.
Roll high.
Rel, Helios,
7. Okay.
everybody.
I feel like
7
Rel
is
like-
stumble. Stumble.
Okay.
Awkward stumble. One adjacent enemy, if applicable, gets a free attack, so that'd be you. No further
Nice.
attacks, which means that he does not actually get any more of his 4 possible attacks.
Yes.
You get a free attack.
Yes.
So go ahead and make your free attack first. And then we'll go into the regular. Okay. Wow.
Holy shit.
Shit.
Nice.
Wow. He stumbled into that. All right. Holy crap. Okay. All right.
And
He's
15%.
Wow. You hear ribs shatter when you hit him.
Sweet.
Right,
Nice.
And now it's your turn. So
Now I get 2
And
more
re-
attacks.
And remember the
ahead.
50% damage. Remember the 50%. That'll be 22.
oh, that's right. Hold on.
Oh, hold on. So it was 9.
So that's another
so add
7
four,
seven
add 4?
points.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No,
You
no,
said it
no,
was
no.
to
It's
the-
150%. In this case, it's 150% of addition to all your damage.
Oh.
In the case of a
Yeah.
crit, it's just the dice.
So in that
Wow.
case, it
Okay,
was
so that's 7
22
more
points of
points.
22.
damage.
22 points of damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. You hear multiple ribs crack, and he stumbles back, and blood come out of his mouth.
Well,
He's very, very hurt.
I had
Alright.
planned to soften him up for but now it's like if I don't kill him, I'm gonna die. So
Well.
sorry, Basil.
Well, I mean, you did let him free too, so it's like you probably didn't have much of a.
Yeah.
Holy
Let's try.
crap!
Rel
Let's try-
does hold you accountable for
Let's
this.
try 44 points more damage.
Holy cow.
Nice. I
Oh,
write that down.
man, that is awesome.
All right. Well, I mean,
Oh,
being that
my
you only had
word.
4 hit points left, let's get a good description of how you pummeled the crap out of him.
So with blood literally just pouring out of everything, he stumbles and he hits him, and then he's like suddenly feels invigorated, and he's like it's like a shark that smells the blood in the water, and so he actually bellows at him almost in his own ape-like bellow, and he just starts going like crazy with this thing, and he just 2 right in the chest, like you said. You heard the ribs crack, and so 1 across into the side, and he just comes back around this way, just right into the center of his chest, and you can just hear the bones cracking and the blood pouring out of Thrax's nose, every facial orifice, and he just lays the thing low right into the snow. And when he gets done, he's just like covered in blood, and he's just like he's so hyped up from everything, he's almost shaken because he's like he knew he just knew he was dead. But he reached down inside of himself and pulled this one out.
You guys look over, it's like the monster's dead on the ground, and Bale is still like, no, die, die.
Yeah.
He's like, no, no.
Pieces of skull are flying everywhere. All right, but at the same moment, back by Muda, Basil, take this guy out. There you go.
Attacks with
There
melee.
it is.
Yep, dead.
Sweet.
Tell me how you kill that guy.
Yeah. Stepping in front of Muda, he does a quick quarter turn and jabs straight into the gut of that creature and pulls a sword out. And he says, "Muda, you all right?"
Said, I think so. I'm still alive, right?
Yeah. And Basil, dropping his sword, runs to his boat to grab it, and he realizes, oh, where's that creature?
You just see a
And he sees
pile
that-
full of blood. He's like,
Yeah, the blood, the blood runs red, or the snow runs red with blood, and Bloody Bale is just standing over it, holding his hammer out like this, and he's just like,
Awesome.
Yeah.
and you see
Basil nods.
probably up on top of the flying carpet. You see that there were the other 4 apes that were burnt were starting to climb up the side, and when they look up and they see the scene, they just immediately duck back down in the caves.
Yeah.
like,
and-
fuck
I'm
that.
They're like,
Callista will
"Peace."
look at Callista will look to Panesta and say, "Don't eat the red snow."
Don't worry.
Yeah, and all is quiet as you have sought and brought revenge upon the beast of Thrax.
And I search his body.
You find
We're gonna go.
Yeah.
We're gonna
You
go
get a nice
murder.
big dingleberry.
Well, I assumed. Well, I guess was he pretty much naked?
Yeah, he was naked. Yeah,
Oh, well, never mind.
He was
okay.
holding a bunch of javelins. I mean, if you want to go down into the cave area and see if there's treasure down there,
Nope.
Mhm.
Nope. I'm pretty hurt.
I think we pressed our luck enough for a day.
Yeah.
yeah.
Basil
I mean,
walks up to Bale and puts his hand on his shoulder and says, Bale, we freed him, and now we made everything right. It's the least we could do for our fallen friends. Well done, my friend.
Yeah, he's like breathing, stuttering breath. He's like, I am sorry I took your kill, but it was him or me. I'm pretty sure that I wasn't going to survive being hit by this thing again.
We're a team, my friend, and we set that creature upon the world together. So the kill is ours, all of ours. And he looks at all the other party members. Thank you, he says.
Very good.
You know what? Roll a percentile rush.
Okay. Oh,
No,
Wow.
unfortunately, no. There's a chance that he could have treasure, but he didn't. And it's
He's
gems,
better.
so I was like, oh, maybe he'll have a gem on him, but he's
wait a minute.
what?
I did that
You just
wrong.
rolled on it. No,
I just said roll 100. Sorry, slash roll
Okay.
D100. I'm like, wait a
There you go.
minute. The syntax is. There we go.
Hey, oh, there is. Okay, good. All right.
Now it
So
says
it's
rolling
D4 plus one.
D100 like it should.
There you go. Okay, so there's 3. He actually has 3 gems. I guess probably he collected them once he got back to his place. Maybe he wears them. I'm not sure where. He's got a piercing somewhere we don't want to talk about on. This is
On a family channel.
So go ahead and roll up. Okay, so who wants to? We'll rush roll that, and there's 4 others of you. We'll say there's 4 gems, so everybody gets to roll something. Crystal, roll D100 to see what kind of gem.
Okay.
64. So that is a Alexandrite. Roll a D20.
Me.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. 1.
Okay, so it's worth 20 gold pieces. Not bad.
It's
I hope
tough.
we don't spend
That's
it all
right.
in one place.
Hey, that's a lot of that's a lot of swag.
It's gonna be a lot of carousing in Dunwich.
It's a lot of
Exactly.
drinking at the bar.
Exactly. Podesta, go ahead and roll a D100.
100.
Percentile. Good. Percentile.
26.
26. That is a obsidian. Roll a D20.
Okay. 4.
Okay, that's worth 4 gold pieces. It was well worth killing him for that. Oh, hold on. Okay. Let's see. Basil or Young. Oh, there you go. 70, and give me a. That is. We'll give me a D20.
All right.
That's a piece of coral.
Roll.
There we go. 200.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Nice. Okay. Now we're getting it. And finally, Muda. Give me a percentile.
Yeah, I got a rock.
21 and a d20. Yeah, Malachite. That basically is a rock. 16 gold pieces. Well, it's kind of shit. All right, you're not going to explore the lair, right? So
No, I'm not.
okay.
I'm like literally put my arm around Basil and I basically say, well, he had a few gems. I say we make for Dunwich and find the biggest pitcher of ale we can find.
It's just
Uh,
fermented aurochs milk. You don't want that.
That is true.
What?
Fermented Aurochs milk.
Oh, I suggest we find the biggest pitcher of wine that we can find. And I'm for a bath, the wrapping of my wounds, and hopefully a Dunwich barmaid to sit at the table and just smile and look pretty and drink with me. Oh, drink with us, of course. I don't know. I feel lucky to be
Excellent.
alive, and I want to share that with everyone.
Fantastic. All right. So, yeah, we'll cut back to Dunwich. We won't have to do a Rondar monster or anything on the way. And I, you know, the ape did not kill the young boy. You know,
Nice.
luckily, when you left him there by himself. But
We bring the heads of these ape creatures as a proof of our
Nice.
deed back into town.
oh, fantastic.
Nice.
All right, awesome. Yeah, so you do that, and of course, once again, you're praised as heroes, and especially if you tell the story of the Death Bowl. Although you didn't kill everything there, I guess I'm assuming you tell them you didn't kill everything.
But we killed their leader.
Yeah. So hopefully
The
they're maybe really
nefarious
safe to go in
bastard.
that area. Yeah, they think they'll send some hunters by in that area occasionally because maybe you drove them off. So that could be good. So they thank you for that. And when you wrap it up here, so I was gonna cut. So basically, sorry, I'm just gonna narrate this out because we only have a couple minutes left, and you're gonna get back to the Gal Hills, to the port of Gal, and have that map that you found looked at, and you realize that it is a map of the Crab archipelago, and it's crab,
Okay.
which is put in roll 20. So and while you're in town getting that checked out, you are told, or you hear around the taverns, particularly by a man named Zonar, that there's much talk of the sailors in that area because apparently, because you're looking at the map, and essentially where that map seems to point is an island that's not on the actual map. Like if you look in roll 20, like where you're looking, the it's showing an island out here beyond where everything else is, and it's marked. And he tells you that there's rumors that the lost treasure of Atlantis is hidden on an island at the end of the crab archipelago.
Oops, sorry, Crystal.
Go ahead.
I was
Rich.
saying, as we're looking at the map, I point at the crab archipelago, and I say, "Oh yes, Esquimau country. I fought in the. I spent time fighting in the forests to the northeast of the Zakath Desert, and I actually speak. I speak their language. There was one among us who taught me during the trip. I speak the language of the Esquimau people."
Nice.
Oh,
That is interesting.
that should come in handy.
Yes.
Well, well, Zatulia used to always have a saying that she would say during times like this. So to honor her memory, I'm going to quote her. She used to always say that you should like, comment, subscribe to Bandits Keep Actual Play, and ring the notification bell for future videos.
Cool.
Yes, those are
Indeed.
wise words.
Indeed.
For Basil's final scene for this particular game, you see him, before the grave of his 4 companions, and he says, "Demetrius, Galen, Armand, and Kostas, you've served with me for a long time. Rest well, my friends. Your death has been avenged." And you see him leave the trophy of the slain, ape head in front of their graves, and he rises and comes back to the party.
All right, awesome guys. Next week we will move to the Crab Archipelago, and I will. It's gonna get warm again, which I guess Muda will like. And
Muda will be
and
happy.
we get to go. Get to go sailing. All right, so
Yeah, I was going to ask, do we
Woohoo!
still own the boat, right?
yep, you got a boat.
Yeah, so Bale, like when he would ask Vanessa, said, "We still have the boat, right?" And when the answer is yes, he's going to be just like, "Yes."
Yeah.
Like,
Right, so that you're gonna head to Krenfak, which is, if you see on the map, is like that's pretty much the furthest out settlement to look for some
Yeah.
information. This guy Zonar's. I mean, we'll fill you in for the next time. But
right of the
you-
volcano.
that's right. There's a little
Oh,
volcano there, so it should
Another
be very
holy
exciting.
mountain.
Exactly, literally holy. All right.